Yo, okay, yeah. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Yo. Testing. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? I pray y'all having a super fantastic Saturday afternoon. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what hit for. Y'all already know how we do. Yo, tell a friend to come on in. We're about to have a heck of a show. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what's hitting for it. Y'all already know how we do. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Man, yo, it's a lot going on as always. Shout out to the guy Anton Daniels from AntonDaniels.com. Now, let me just say this. Let me just say this first, right? I realize and recognize that if I give Anton props for what Anton should get props for, that I'm gonna be called an Antonite, I'm gonna be called a switch sider, I'm gonna be called all over the place, or whatever the case may be, right? And then I realize that also in the same vein, as soon as I critique something that Anton says or something that Anton does, then I'm gonna be an Anton hater. I hate Anton and I can't stand Anton and this and that and this and the fourth, this that. And I already know how it goes. But guess what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna call it like I see it. This is probably I'm probably the most excited about this conversation that I've been about a conversation in a long time, because this conversation covers a lot of things. It exposes the shallowness of most people and how we don't know how to take what a person does versus what a person says versus who a person is, right? Again, we don't know how to take, and someone's going to repeat this and act like they came up with it, but you heard it here first. We don't know how to take what a person says versus what a person does versus who a person is. And hopefully, at the end of this conversation, at the end of this dope stream, at the end of this, we will be able to be a little bit more equipped when it comes to that. All right. I just want to say this off the top. Shout out to Tom Dog for what he is doing, man. It is an accomplishment with what he is doing. Okay. He's made it to Stephen A. Smith show. You know what I'm saying? And he is crossing over. He's doing his thing. He is meeting his objectives. Now, he says some things that I absolutely don't agree with, and I absolutely want to joke on him about. Saint Anton? Saint Anton? Are you serious? The jokes don't stop.
Nigga, what?
You lost your rabbit ass mind.
Saint Anton?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
We're gonna talk about it. Saint Anton, I hear you. Now, in all fairness, in all honesty, the people of the church, do the people of the book refer to themselves as saints, right? The saints. When the saints come marching, and y'all know that song, when the saints come marching. But we that have been in this space have never heard Anton refer to himself as a saint. Now, he's referred to himself as next to Jesus. Maybe that is the remix. Maybe that is the remix of Next to Jesus. I'm right there at the left hand of Jesus, who's at the right hand of God. Maybe maybe that is a remix of that. I don't know. But, you know, he did say he was saint. He's a saint, Saint Anton. And we're going to talk about that too. But it's clear to me, and this is what I've always given Anton props about, which I will probably always give Anton props about. And I can't deny it. As a person that plays chess, as a person that considers himself as a visionary, as a person that considers themselves being able to critically think and look at things for what it is, yo, listen, success happens when opportunity meets preparation. Success happens when opportunity meets preparation. And one thing that we cannot deny, our homie, our nemesis, our rival, our competitor, our brother, our whatever you want to call him, he is prepared. He is prepared. Shout out to that and kudos to that. Today's show is Why Ask Real Greatness or Industry Plant when it comes to Anton Daniels and Stephen A. Smith. I want to have this conversation. It's a very, very dope conversation. Make sure you tell a friend to come on in, because it's your man's Izzy Benz, aka Israel Mills. You know the deal. This is the Real Spill with Mills show. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. You already know what it is. You already know it's hit for. You already know how we do. Now, before we start the show, let me thank sponsor of yesterday's show, my guy, Right Path Good. Thank you so much for sponsoring yesterday's show. I'm going to celebrate you in a moment. But before we do that, make sure y'all hit the like button, because likes are absolutely free. Likes cost you.
Nutching.
Likes cost you.
Nutching.
Oh, they free 99. So do like the homie Trish say and smash it. Smash the like button.
Come on, push a button.
You heard her. Likes are free. Push the like button.
Push the goddamn button.
Now the LIKES, the likes are free. But the LIGHTS, the likes, they cost money and they cost money. So if you be so kind, if you feel so inclined, do us a favor and support the show, support the stream. You know what I mean? And
Show me the money.
No!
Spot for a Glock. I took a loss over floss, but still got a knock.
Money!
Show me the money.
shout out to Right Path Good in the building. Good to see you, my brother. Shout out to my guy, Emperor Coach at 303 the Great. What up, though? What up, though? Let me see what my guy, Right Path Good, said real quick. He said, now, I like Anton, but I will say this, a saint does not take the Bible for everything. It says literally, they tried to read between the lines. Exactly. The text, the lines. Exactly. The Bible is basic instructions before leaving earth, but it also says study to show thyself approved, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So, we know what it is with end time. Shout out to him. He also said, now a saint does believe everything that Jesus said, but because a man was scribing the text, even if it was washed over by God, a human will only write as best they can understand. Okay, shout out to that. All right, listen, the LIKES, the likes are free, but the LIGHTS, the likes cost money, and they cost money. So if you be so kind, if you feel so inclined, do us a favor and
Show me the money.
Took a spot for a Glock. I took a loss over floss, but still got a knock.
Show me the money.
yes, sir. Let's do good business. Let's do good business. Let's do good business. Support the show. Support the stream. You know what I mean? Help us reach our goal. Help us reach our goal today. We're about to have a heck of a show. Y'all already know I'm excited. I'm excited to get in the conversation. I really want to open up the panel. I hope that y'all come through. No F-bombs or no doxing, but I hope that y'all come through and y'all speak your mind, because I really want to know what y'all have to say. There was some interesting things that was said. There was some interesting things that went on. I really want to know what y'all think of y'all perspective. All right. So I'm gonna try to get through my little thing real quick and open up the panel as quickly as possible, because I want to know what y'all have to say. So in the meantime, in between time, y'all already know how we do. It's time to start the show. Let's go.
Excuse me. Did I hear someone say, wait, hold up? He said, dope conversations deserve dope donations. Ladies and gentlemen, let's show love and hype them up.
You are locked in with Izzy Bands. Let's keep this energy going.
Mr. Izzy Bands, Izzy Bands, Izzy Bands, Izzy Bands, Izzy Bands, Izzy Bands, who? Izzy Big Bands.
Welcome to the Real Spill with Mills. Welcome everybody to the podcast with Izzy Bands. Make sure you support the show, support the stream.
Now I mean,
Let's welcome the host, Mr. Izzy Bands.
let's go.
Support the show, support the stream.
Nah, I mean. Yeah.
Yo, we're gonna have a conversation about greatness, right? Conversation about greatness. Because at one point in that interview, the question popped into my mind are we witnessing greatness? Are we witnessing greatness and just taking it for granted? Now, the funny thing about greatness that a lot of people don't want to acknowledge or don't want to accept is that greatness doesn't mean perfection. Greatness doesn't mean that person is always right. Greatness does not mean that the person always has all the answers for all things. That's not what greatness is, right? Again, like I said, and like I know, and like you should know, success comes when opportunity meets preparation. And the person who is the most prepared when the opportunity comes will be the most successful. And make no mistake about it. If you really analyze from a objective perspective, just look at it for what it is. Anton Daniels is very prepared. If nothing else, he is very, very prepared. He's very prepared, very polished, very ready for his moment. Okay? Whether we agree with his politics or not, whether we like him or not, whether we, agree with how he moves or not, he is extremely prepared. Okay? Like I said, there were some things said, especially in the beginning, that I absolutely do not agree with, and that I found very interesting. And of course, being prepared, he knows how to operate in a way that's gonna get people talking. So I got the question, because they only allow one of us in at a time, generally speaking, right? I don't know if you know, but Stephen A. Smith has got $100 million deal from ESPN, aka Disney, aka those people, right? He had $100 million deal. Okay, shout out to that for being a commentary. Side note, sidebar. Give me a second. We got time. It's Saturday. What y'all doing? Chilling. We in here. We. I want to say this. There's a lot of talk about gossip. Men, why are men gossiping? And I want to push back. This is not gossip. Because when you go, especially as a reactionary channel or a channel that reacts to videos, reacts to viral moments, reacts to what people say and what people do, that is not gossip. The speculation on what they got going on behind that, beside that, in their personal affairs is gossip. To comment, this is commentary. Commentary. The same way like Stephen A. Smith is an analyst, a commentator on sports. And he's getting paid extremely handsomely for it. Congratulations to him. He deserves it. Like him, hate it or love it, he has put in the work, so therefore he deserves what he earned. He earned it. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. What's interesting to me is you have people who will take your commentary of what you saw and what you heard from the person's mouth, like this situation yesterday with this person who's upset with me and people like me, so much so that they're allowing a narrative to be painted intentionally, knowing that I didn't do what people are accusing me of doing. They know I didn't do that. But they're intentionally allowing this narrative to be painted because I commented on what they said and what they did. You'll have people in the peanut gallery, people in the speculating position saying, hey, you're lying. Huh? You're lying.
Wait, what?
How could I possibly be lying? How could I possibly be lying when I play a video and I repeat what the person said? How can that possibly be a lie? Oh, well, you are implying. I ain't implying nothing. I'm telling you what the person said. I'm showing you what the person said.
Get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told.
It's commentary. It's commentary. Now, whatever you want to take from it, whatever meaning you want to get from it, is up to your own personal perspective or perception. It's up to your own personal perspective or perception. Commentary. I want to understand something. Why, when it comes to so-called black men in America, it either has to be a question of real greatness or industry plan. It has to be a question of, were they put there, and are they qualified to speak? These are the questions that are rarely, if ever, asked of any other group or race of people. But when it comes to the so-called black men, especially when they achieve certain things, it's always a question of their greatness. And it always seems as if there could only be one at a time. Now, ironically, as Anton Daniels and Stephen A. Smith star is rising, it seems as if another great man who doesn't quite claim to be a black man, but the Caucasian man, Tiger Woods, his star seems to be falling. Now, Tiger, my age. This is my age. Shout out to Tiger. He's done some phenomenal things in the reigns of golf. He changed golf forever for some of the things that he's done. But Tiger, with all the money that you have, you can't buy a god doggone driver, bro. Get you a driver.
Get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told.
You need to never, ever drive again. This is the third time, Tiger. 3 strikes and you're out, bro. Come on, man. You flipping over cars, rolling cars into ravines, crashing into trees. Bruh, get you a driver, bro. Get you a driver, bro. You ain't got no cousins, no brothers, no sisters, no aunties, no uncles, nobody that could drive you. Get you somebody who could drive really, really good and that you could trust, and get them to drive you everywhere. Because this is crazy. There do be a concerted effort to make us look bad a lot of times. But some of y'all help. And whether you claim to be Caucasian, Asian, Caucasian, black, or whatever the case may be, they're going to look at you and they're going to say, it wasn't. You had a friend say the same. I didn't hear your friend, Treese. Shout out to you, Treese. I didn't hear your friend. But I mean, shit, it's common sense. And like my Nana told me, sometimes common sense is not common to everybody, but good googity mooga, you can't get no driver. Bro, you done messed up 3 luxury SUV, what? How many luxury SUVs you done messed up, bro? An Escalade and 2 Range Land Rovers, whatever the hell. Get you a driver. Get you, and I'm not talking about the green. Get you a driver. We gotta get into this. So, if y'all haven't seen it, then we're gonna review it. Prayerfully, we don't get a strike. If we do, it's worth it. But we're gonna review this Anton Daniels and Stephen A. Smith interview. Now, some people thought it was boring. Now, y'all know I don't usually do political commentary. I really don't. The reason why I don't do political commentary is because I think that it's nonsensical. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do believe in voting, especially in the local elections, because those are the things that affect you and affect your life the most. I believe in that, right? At the same time, I'm not going to tell you who to believe. Now, there was a take about independence that I absolutely disagree with Anton about, but that's a whole nother thing altogether, right? However, I think it's ridiculous to bang for, like someone says, I'm not even gonna say they're saying. I think it's ridiculous to bang for the red or the blue in politics, because we know the red stands for what? Republicans, and the blue stands for what? Democrats in the political landscape. That's just me. I don't have a dog in the fight. I believe in voting for your own best interest. You vote in the thing that is most beneficial for you and for your family and for the people that you care, love, and care about. That's what I believe. Whoever that is to you, that's your business. It's your business. It's your business. It's your business. I don't care, right? So usually I stay away from political things, political conversations, political things. I grew up in an era where there were 3 things that you didn't talk about. Number 1 was religion. Number 2 was politics. And number 3 was your finances. That's the era that I grew up in, was heavily ingratiated in, heavily influenced by. You didn't talk about those 3 things, right? But we know this is a different climate of the world. So without any further delay, we're gonna press play and see what the good fellow Stephen A. Smith and our guy Anton Daniels from AntonDaniels.com had to say. All right, tell a friend to come on in. We're about to have a hell of a show. You already know. So before we get into that, I saw a super chat, and I'm gonna welcome y'all in the building. All right, shout out to Right Path Good. He said, "Now, I know money is not everything. Shit. But if I had $13 billion like Tiger Woods, I would not be drinking myself into depression over a woman and then getting DUIs. Also, YouTube has gotten real comfortable talking about Izzy." Oh, listen, brother. They've been talking about me for a very long time. I don't know. Shout out to you, Right Path Good, but trust and believe, my name is always involved in something. In fact, the last couple of things that happened that I didn't have nothing to do with, that's why I didn't comment, and that's why I just chilled out and fell back, because I was so excited that my name was not involved in it. Because generally speaking, for whatever reason, even though I'm a very small content creator, my name rings bells. People always talking about me. And what else they gonna do? What else they gonna do? Let them talk. Shout out to my guy Right Path Good. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I never get mad that people are talking about me. Just tell the truth. You can say what you think. You can say what you feel. Just don't lie on me and bear false witness. That's what I don't like. But it is what it is. I can't control any of that. Thank you.
I like the way you do business.
Shout out to my people's Right Path Good, who is sponsor of yesterday's show. Let's celebrate Right Path Good real quick and let's get into the show. Let's go.
Yeah, we out here hustling, grinding. Shouts out to my brother, living and shining. Shouts out to my bro, Right Path Good. Daniel's always learning, man, that's understood. He's got that thirst for wisdom, always on the grind. Earning big points in life, wisdom intertwined. No questions or explanations, we keep it real tight. Living by the code, staying wise in the fight. Shouts out to my bro, Right Path Good. Daniel's always learning, cause he's always understood. Thirst for wisdom and knowledge, he's earning them points. Living life to the fullest, making all the right joints. Now our brother lives by WWJD. What would Jesus do? He's on that higher frequency. Not perfect, but striving for that lofty call. Life's ups and downs, still standing tall. It's not all good, pressure makes the truth unfold. Daniel's ready for battle, fierce like a lion bold. Wish a nigga more, try and come test, no doubt. Dive, duck, dodger, get your vest out. Yeah, shouts out to my bro, Right Path Good. Daniel's always learning, cause he's always understood. Thirst for wisdom and knowledge, he's earning the points. Living life to the fullest, making all the right joints. Don't take kindness for weakness, we're not soft. Inherited heaven with our heads held aloft. Close to the lions, we're ready for peace. But step into our den and it might just feast. Daniel got the heart, the spirit's real strong. Pushing through the struggles where we all belong. Seeking out the truth in a world full of lies. Got that wisdom and knowledge shining through our eyes. Yeah, we're living in the moment, always on the grind. With our brothers behind us, together we shine. Shouts out to my bro, Right Path Good. Daniel's always learning, cause he's always understood. Thirst for wisdom and knowledge, he's earning them points. Living life to the fullest, making all the right joints. So keep your head up, never lose sight. With the love of the brother, we reign in the light. Daniel and the crew, making moves like we should. Shouts out to my bro, forever understood.
Yo, shout out to the brother, Right Path Good, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for supporting the show, for being a sponsor of yesterday's show. I really appreciate you and setting it off today. Y'all be like Right Path Good and support the show, support the stream. You know what I mean? Dope discussions deserve dope donations. Compensation for the conversation. Let's do good business. Let's do good business, family. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all know it's hip for. Y'all know how we do. Let's get into it. All right. So, without any further delay, this was on Stephen A. Smith's show the other day, and Anton Daniels was his guest. Now, with the fact that Jasmine Crockett didn't get elected and she didn't pass the primary for Senate, and, you know, Stephen A. Smith was in the midst of that, and Anton was highly critical of that. Anton has been critical of the fact that Stephen A. Smith has backed down and apologize. And Anton was saying, you know, listen, he shouldn't apologize. If he was right, he was right. And he should be entitled to his opinion, just like everyone else. So we know how our brother is, Anton Daniels from AntonDaniels.com. He's highly opinionated, and he's not ashamed or afraid to say how he feels. One other thing that I do appreciate and like about Anton, myself personally, is that he does keep the same, well, for the most part, because there was that one time, for the most part, because there was that one time with Gilbert Arenas where he had tried to play Big Bang, Little Bang with Gilbert Arenas, and he forgot where he was at. He was like, oh, nah, this ain't, nah, never mind. Yeah, this is just not, no. So that was that one time. But other than that, for the most part, I got to give credit where credit is due. Anton, much like myself, we keep the same energy. I keep the same energy. I'm not scared of you, mother. I'm not scared of y'all. I keep the same energy. I will roll up to you, roll up on you, and talk my talk, speak my speech. I'm not afraid of you. So I give him that. But he did have to back down. He said, wait a minute. Hold up. He thought about that thing. He said, wait, hold on.
Why didn't you tell me this man rolls like this?
I told you already.
No, you didn't.
They told you already, Anton. He said, wait, hold on. Yeah. I was just playing. I just was playing. All right, so let's get back to this. Let's go. Without any further delay, we'll press play and see what Stephen A. Smith had to say. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. Let's go.
You know, since I started Straight Shooter, that airs on SiriusXM, POTUS Radio Channel 124 every Wednesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. And plus, I include stuff on my YouTube channel. I've had 38 guests, 19 Republicans, 19 Democrats. And along the way, I've had pundits from both sides of the aisle. Well, there's somebody that's growing in the mind's eye and needs to continue to grow, because when he speaks, he's worthy of being listened to, because he's smart and he's fearless about what he has to say and how he feels and why. You know what? He's also respectful, so long as you make sure you're respectful to him. That's my kind of brother right there. I'm looking forward to having this conversation. He is Mr. Anton Daniels, based out of Detroit. He's doing big things, big time things. He's got over 1 million subscribers on YouTube as well, and I have no doubt that that's going to continue to grow. The brother's special to listen to, and I'm looking forward to having a conversation with him for the very, very first time, right here on Straight Shooter with yours truly, the one and only Anton Daniels. Up next. My guest is a Detroit-based YouTuber, business coach, and internet personality with more than 1 million subscribers across his social media platforms, known for his pop culture and conservative viewpoints. Please welcome for the first time to Straight Shooter, the one and only Anton Daniels. What's up, big time? How are you, man? How's everything?
What's going on, Mr. Smith? How you doing?
Man, please, it's a pleasure to meet you, man. I've been looking forward to talking to you or whatever. First of all, here's what I want to do, because I respect where you're coming from. Even when you get on me, I'm going like this. Well, damn, he got a good point. He got a good point. It's no big. It's all love, brother. I'm good with it. Let me ask you this question. How would you describe yourself, particularly in this day and age? Are you a conservative? Or are you just a YouTuber? Are you a podcast? What would you say? What do you want the world to know you believe you are?
I wouldn't define myself as a conservative first. I would define myself as a saint first.
Saint?
A saint, right? And it's a difference between a Christian and a saint. A saint is a person that believes every word in the word, right? We don't differentiate. We don't pick and choose which part of the Bible we believe. Even if I'm not perfect or I'm not doing everything right, I define myself by my belief in God. That's first.
You shut your lying nigga lips up.
So I am conservative.
Damn, Yo, that mug always gonna give you one, son. He always gonna give you at least one, son. He gonna give he gonna give you at least one, son. Oh boy, shout out to Anton, man. Bruh, Anton.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
This man is a liar. He just be lying.
Goddamn lie. I'm some of my bitch.
When you ain't lying. Oh my God, something lying. Shout out to you, man. See, this is where you be getting in trouble. He always gonna give you one. He gotta give, and he don't mind giving it to you from the beginning. That shout out to Anton Daniels from AntonDaniels.com. Yo, I call a spade, bro. Listen, I gave him compliments in the beginning of it, and I meant every compliment I gave him. I'm gonna give him the same level of critique for the BS. Let me say that again for the people in the back. I gave him a tremendous amount of compliments for what he's doing and his accomplishments in the beginning. And I will continue to do that. but also at the same damn time, the BS is gonna get called out. And I know, when I give him compliments, Izzy is an Antonite. He's a switch sider. He can't make up his mind. When I critique him and critique what he says, then it's, Izzy hates Anton. Izzy is jealous of Anton. Izzy wants to be Anton. No, yo. No. Guess what? This is what it is.
Yeah, we coming live. I'm a YouTube, it's fine. I'm a YouTuber, for content creator. I'm not gonna fight or catch fights, but I might debate you. My gaming chair is comfy, room temp set to 75. I turn on my computer, ring lights, and I go live. Yeah, Biggie told you step away with your fist fight ways. This ain't back in the days, it's a brand new day. 30 years ago, yeah, I'm almost 50. Can't be no keyboard warrior, life ain't thrifty. I'm chilling in my space, I won't lose my cool.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm a YouTuber, a content creator. This is commentary, damn it. This is just commentary. No, what's wrong with y'all? Can't have an opinion on Earth no more. Come on, man. Can't have an opinion on Earth no more. It's just an opinion. It's just an opinion. I call it like I see it. If he doing something good, shout out to the brother. Shout out to the brother. If he do something bad, shame on you, brother. Shame on you. Get your together. So we get, I don't know why y'all. Let me welcome some people in the building. My bad for being rude. I gotta welcome y'all in the building. Let's get into this, man. Shout out to Kojak 303 the Great. What up, though? Hey, the thoughts, feelings, and opinions of mine are mine alone. They don't reflect on Kojak 303 the Great. I'm my own man with my own plan. You understand? Shout out to Genesis 1. Hey, Sugars. What's up? What's going on, my sister? Right Path Goods in the building. What's going on, fam? Good to see you, bro. Willing to win. Hey, what's up, everyone? Peace and abundance to you. Let's play today's game of how long will it take till... Roswell, salute, Roswell. What's going on? You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. You daggone right, number one. That's how I go. Hanging. Oh, shout out to Code. That's how I go. What's up, Kills? What's going on? I read that one already. Shout out to Mr. Center of the World. What up? Ooh, what's up? What's going on, man? I read that one. Make sure I get to everybody there. What's up, Kills? I gotta welcome y'all at least one. Hey, yeah, good for him. Congratulations, Stephen A. Smith. Absolutely. Shout out to Gemini 605. Salute to you. Good to see you. Gossip is a rumor based on a lie, talking about the truth, may be uncomfortable, but the truth is the truth, not gossip. Bars. Matter of fact, we gotta give you the bars on that one, right, Path Good? Bars. Yo, instead of being jelly about me reading All Right Path Good's comments or Kojak's comments or my main mod's comments like Bridget M, listen, support the show. If you donate $20 or more, I will read all your comments that are directed out loud too. All right. So donate $20 or more to the show, and I got you. You don't have to be jelly. Get in where you fit in. You feel me? All right. Byron Turner was good. My sis Bridget M. And Trace is in the building. What's going on to my sisters? Good to see y'all always. Much love to my sisters is in here. What's good? 1.3 Izzy. 13. Thank you. What's up, Red Scorpio? Said you might see Anton on Sports Internet. Hey, you might. Shout out to Tom, dog. You might, man. He making moves. Listen, why do we gotta hate somebody making moves? We don't have to agree with everything they say or they do to say that they're making moves. He making moves. Shout out to him busting funky, fresh, dope moves. Yo, what's up, the real Petty Pendergrass? What's going on? I bust them funky, fresh, dope moves, man. Shout out to that, man. Shout out to that. Human rights judge Lydia Samwangwan sat on the UN court that prosecutes crimes against humanity. She also a woman from Uganda to the UK under false pretenses and forced her to work unpaid. God, dog. Allegedly, I don't know this to be true. Allegedly, shit. Allegedly, that's crazy. What's going on? Tutu love. Oh, what's going on? My sister Jackie is in the building. Jackie. Oh, good to see you, sis. What's up? What's going on? Sister Jackie is in here. D's, no. What's up, D's? Already with the cap? Yeah, he started out with cap, bro. Stop the cap. He started out with cap. Like I said, this is not what a saint is, but I do like Anton. Right. Saint Anton. What's up, Sigma boy? D's, what up? Easy is in the building. What's going on? Yo, my guy, right, Path, because I understand why Anton is referring to himself as a saint because he has helped a lot of people. Yo, fam, I got to give you the gas mask on that one. Shout out to gas mask. I got to give you the gas mask on that one. Nope, that nigga helps himself. That nigga. Nope. Hey, listen, he like the record industry. Listen, if you get in where you fit in and you got a plan, Anton is your man. If you get in where you fit in and you yourself personally got a plan, Anton is your man. If you expected Anton to do ish for you that you ain't gonna do for yourself, you might as well hang it up. You might as well hang that ish up expediently. What's going on? Abi Wardy, peace is in the building. What's up, Abi Wardy? What's good with you, bro? Good to see you. Jim, what's up, Jim? Right path. Oh, shout out to Jim. He's talking right path. Okay. What don't we know about it? Stephen A. thinks he is being exposed to 1 million active YouTube viewers. Shaking my head. Oh Lord. Hey, listen, I don't know. He got a plaque for 1 million views. So the man got 1 million subscribers. He got the plaque, Bridget. He got the plaque. We ain't gonna start that. Allegedly, he got the plaque. I don't know how he got the plaque. He got the plaque. He earned the plaque. Shout out to why we always gotta question greatness. Why every time a black man is successful? Why every time a black man is successful? We always gotta question. Is he an industry plant? Did he buy subs? I know what y'all getting at. Let's just put it out on the table. Y'all trying to accuse that man of buying subs. I'm not. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't even think about it. Right? But why anytime a black man is successful, he always got to be doing something. He got to. Y'all are wrong. So let's listen to St. Anton. Y'all support the show, support the stream. Now, I mean, help us reach our goal. Today. Throw $5 at us a piece. Let's talk about St. Anton real quick. Shout out to St. Anton. And they said I was the patron saint of lost enigmas. Not me. And they had to get nerve to give me the name, the patron saint of lost enigmas. Not me. And the whole time, Anton was the actual saint. See how y'all do? Shout out to Lord ADS. What's up? What's up, Dunk? Stephen A. was a big part of sports media. Yes, he is. Yes, he was. What's up, Romello 747? Is Bridget still dancing? I don't know. Leave Bridget alone, Romello. What's up, Romello? What's going on? All hail the King and Lord Kojak 303 the Great. Do you think any of the saints of today or the past called themselves saints? Hell no. Oh, Bridget says it's a question. Okay, it's a question. I got you, Bridget. I got you, sis. It's a question. All right. I got you. Jim said fair point. Okay, Jim. Shout out to Jim. Yay, Satan. Yay, St. Anton. Get him. And y'all support the show. It's the Robert F. Smith syndrome. That's what it is. This Nigma averaged 1 million monthly views on his Anton Darius channel. Thus, followers are not fake. You Nigmas just hate it when a brother is doing better than y'all. Now, Jim, now see, for the record, though, before rumors get started, because this is how rumors get started, I congratulated Anton. I don't know, nor am I trying to speculate, nor do I care if his views are fake, if his subs are fake. I don't have no dog in that fight. I think he's doing his thing. I congratulate him for him doing his thing, and I take it for what it says. That's it. So please don't start no rumors. Yo, Izzy was like, yo, Anton. No, Izzy wasn't. That was not Izzy. That was not Izzy. Don't do that. That's how rumors get started. That was not me, bro. That was not me, bro, because I don't care. I don't care what you say. Anyway, let's get back to this. Let's go.
Go on.
Man, please, it's a pleasure to meet you, man. I've been looking forward to talking to you or whatever. First of all, here's what I want to do, because I respect where you're coming from. Even when you get on me, I'm going like this. Well, damn, he got a good point. You got a good point. It's no big. It's all love, brother. I'm good with it. Let me ask you this question. How would you describe yourself, particularly in this day and age? Are you a conservative? Or are you just a YouTuber? Are you a podcast? What would you say? What do you want the world to know?
Anton was like, yo, I'm a killer with this one. He's like, I'm a killer with this one. You can see it. He's like, I'm a killer with this one. I got him. I'm glad you asked that question, Stephen A. Let me tell you, I'm a killer with this one.
You believe you are.
He said, I got him.
I wouldn't define myself as a
Look. Yo, Anton's so full of crap. Yo, Anton. Yeah, this Nigma is hilarious for real. Well, you gotta watch him. This Nigma's hilarious, son. Yo, Aunt Tizzy said, that Nigma said, well, you know. He started pondering. He said, well. That Nigma boy, shout out to Tom Dog, boy. That boy good, boy. That boy good. I don't give a damn what y'all say. That boy good, man. Woo,
Boy, it's good.
That boy good, boy. Shout out to Tom Dog, man.
conservative first. I would define myself as a saint.
Yes,
first.
yes. Amen.
A
Right?
saint.
Stephen said, a saint? Wait. When this was not in the cue cards. A saint? Wait a minute. Hold up. This was not in the cue cards, Black. Put that as Stephen said, a saint. Wait, what? Yo, Romello, wait, what? Yeah, he would describe himself as a saint.
Wait, what?
Oh, shout out to Tom Dog, man. This Nigma is must-see TV, boy. I don't care what nobody say. Look, he's ready. He is prepared. Be prepared. He is prepared. Shit. What's up, Fairso? This Nigma is prepared. You hear me? What's up, Lynn? What's going on? Good to see you. I'm a benevolent dictator. Yep, that's what he did say. He did say that. I heard him. I was there on Fight Club when he said it. Yep. He did say that, Romello 747. No lies detected there. He literally said that verbatim. Saint Izzy all abundance, sir. Thank you. I'm not proclaiming to be a saint. I'm far from a saint. I'm terrible. I am far from a saint. I be trying some stuff. That's it. I just be trying the best I can to do the best I can. I am far from a saint, bro. Shit. Yeah, he raged, bait, and dunk. This nigga, this is must see. Oh, y'all support the show. Let's go back. All right, let's go back. My bad. I'm gonna try to keep a straight face. Hold on.
Man, how's everything?
What's going on, Mr. Smith? How you doing?
Man, please, it's a pleasure to meet you, man. I've been looking forward to talking to you or whatever. First of all, here's what I want to do because I respect where you're coming from. Even when you get on me, I'm going like this. Well, damn,
Look at answer like
it's no big. It's all love, brother. I'm good with it. Let me ask you this question: how would you describe yourself, particularly in this day and age? Are you a conservative? Or are you just a YouTuber? Are you a podcast? What would you say? What do you want the world to know you believe you are?
I wouldn't define myself as a conservative first. I would define myself as a saint first.
Saint.
I'm a saint, right? And it's a difference between a Christian and a saint. A saint.
Yo, I got a clip. I'm sorry. I got to clip that. He said a saint. A saint. A freak. Oh, Stephen A, man. This is Must See TV. A saint. And look at Stephen A. He is appalled. He is appalled. A saint. The freak.
Man, how's everything?
What's going on, Mr. Smith? How you doing?
Man, please, it's a pleasure to meet you, man. I've been looking forward to talking to you or whatever. First of all, here's what I want to do because I respect where you're coming from. Even when you get on me, I'm going like this. Well, damn, he got a good point. He got a good point. It's no big. It's all love, brother. I'm good with it. Let me ask you this question: how would you describe yourself, particularly in this day and age? Are you a conservative? Or are you just a YouTuber? Are you a podcast? What would you say? What do you want the world to know you believe you are?
I wouldn't define myself as a conservative first. I would define myself as a saint first.
A saint?
Yeah, look, he's a saint. Nigma, please. Nigma, please. Oh, Lord. Whew. Oh. Shout out to Omni. What's up, Omni? Said Anton, the self-exalted one. Blasphemy. What's up, Pearson? Dunk is in here. So when in church they say praise the Lord, saints, do you laugh at that? Deacon Dave, don't start your stuff. Deacon Dave, fam, listen, fam. Let me give you context since you want to be verbose, since you want to try to be sarcastic, and since you want to try to play these games, Deacon Dave, you know you can come up here because I'm about to open up this panel shortly, and I'm gonna let you speak. But check this out. Deacon Dave, I've personally known of Anton on a more than, a couple of times basis, being around him. I've personally known of Anton for 4 years now. 4 years now. 4. Almost 4. 4. I've personally known of Anton for almost 4 years now, right? And it's a little less. It's a little less than 4, but we're just gonna say 4, right? Probably 3 years and 8 months I've known of Anton. Okay, so that's safe to say 4. In the 4 years that I've known of Anton has never referred to himself as a saint. He has referred to himself as sitting on the right hand of God and being up there with God and Jesus. He said that. But the Saint Anton is the new one. So pardon the F out of me if I decide to laugh that he wait till he get up on Stephen A. Smith's show in front of the world and try to show his ass again. Pardon me if I laugh at that. Because I find that extremely hilarious because we know good and God doggone well he ain't no damn saint. End of discussion, okay? Thank you very, very much. Saints didn't call themselves saints. Prophets didn't call themselves prophets, and apostles didn't call themselves apostles. In fact, they all thought that they were not worthy. That's why God chose them. Bars.
Bars.
Bars. Let's get back to this. Talking to me about lab. I said it from the beginning that people of church, I said in all fairness, people of the book, people of church call themselves saints. I said that from the beginning. But it is funny in this particular case because we know good and God dog well. Listen, as a matter of fact, the last time I checked, he referred to himself as God's darkest angel. So I don't know how God's darkest angel and saint is in the same thing. Is he trying to be Marquette? Is he trying to be the saint and the sinner? I don't know. Is he trying to be Brother Marquette? Does he want to be the saint and the sinner? That's already been taken. I don't know. So don't start with me, Dick and Dave, because I will turn up. I will turn up, okay? Let's get back to this. Shout out to that. Let's go.
A saint, right? And it's a difference between a Christian and a saint. A saint is a person that believes every word in the word, right? We don't differentiate. We don't pick and choose which part of the Bible we believe. Even if I'm not perfect or I'm not doing everything right, I define myself by my belief in God. That's first, above all. And then everything else comes after that, right? So I am conservative, which I used to be Democrat. I'm not going to say liberal, but I am a Republican. I'm a conservative Republican. I've been married since I was 22 years old. So I've been married for the better part of 22 years.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Yo, Pam, those, I don't know, bro. You, Pam. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. When it's convenient, when you want to be Mr. Conservatation, when you want to be Mr. Conservation, when you want to be Mr. Squeaky Clean, Mr. Squeaky Clean, then you pull this 22-year-old marriage out your ass. I told y'all, listen, I gave the brother props in the beginning. I'm probably going to give him props in a few more minutes. Hey, but I'm going to call it like I see it. I know now I hate Anton. I know. And then, but in the beginning of the video, I was an Antonite and an Anton apologist and an Anton lover. No, I'm just Easy Bears, and I just keep the same energy all the time. I call it like I see it. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's some BS, it's some BS. Don't pee in my cornflakes and tell me it's milk. It's not milk. It's pee. It's pee. We ain't doing that. He had a beard since I've had a beard since I was 11 years old, Bridget. What you talking about? He had a beard for longer than 22 years. He's had a beard for daggone 34 years. 33 or 34 years he's had a beard, okay? He had a beard when he was 11, when he was running through all those women when he was 11, and he was a box, what did he say? He had boxitis. He had boxiitis or something. I don't know. It's a rare condition this day and age. Boxiitis. I'm about to open up this panel because, yeah. He had, oh, Lord God, dog. Oh, my God, bruh. Come on.
My God.
Lord Jesus. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Lord Jesus.
I did not see that one coming. My bad. Shit. My bad, Anton. I didn't do that.
I'm a father, and then more importantly, I'm a bag chaser. So I'm
What? Wait. More important than your relationship with God, your relationship with your wife, and your relationship with your daughter, the bag chaser supersedes all of that? I'm confused, sir. I am confused. I'm not going to lie. Shout out right path. Good. I mean, even Jesus himself did not confess that he was God when people asked him as to not. That's a whole other story, brother. I can't co-sign that. But shout out to you. JC the Congo said, I sent a super chat saying that so maybe he took that and ran with it. I gave him the name Saint Anton. Okay, shout out to you, JC. Hey, JC, can you send some cash apps over this way? Y'all make sure y'all sit. Matter of fact, what the freak is happening? It's an hour. We've been here an hour and we only got one supporter. I know you effing lying. Shout out to Mojo Brooks. I know you effing lying. Y'all, man.
Cash app. Everybody. Hit the cash app. Yeah. Hit the cash app. Everybody. Hit the cash app. You know you love to make my cash app ring. You love to make it ring in the stream.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. Y'all more than welcome to come up. Just know F-bombs is $5 per F-bomb. Just know F-bomb is $5 per F-bomb, okay? Don't say any F-bombs, please, and no doxing. But you're more than welcome to come up. Let's talk about it. Let's chat about it. The thoughts, feelings, and opinions of anybody that comes up here are theirs and theirs alone. They do not represent Israel Mills, Real Spill with Mills, or the show's host at all. These are their thoughts, these are their opinions, and these are their words. This has no reflection on me. This is just a potentially open panel show for everybody to be able to express their own thoughts, their own ideas, and their own feelings, okay? So please, please, please step away with your fist fight ways. This ain't back in the days, okay? So without any further delay, damn, why did it be switching like that? I'm about to drop the link, pin it to the top of the chat. Y'all more than welcome to come up and chop it up with your boy, all right? What's up, Jim Rat 08? Good to see you, man. So, chasing money is more important than being a follower of God? Sounds like hypocrisy to me from everything he speaks of. Hey, listen, I ain't mad at you. Make sure y'all at least hit the like button. Likes are absolutely free. Likes cost absolutely nothing. Make sure y'all hit the like button. All right, let's get to it. Let's go.
Always going to do the thing that adds value into people's lives, and I expect to be fairly compensated as a result of it.
You know, when you decided to support Trump in 2024, what was it about the MAGA movement that made you support it? Was it the fact that you are, as you described, or was there something different transpiring in 2024 that you saw compelled you to gravitate towards that?
Well, the first thing is I felt like the election was stolen from him in 2020. There's no way that anybody can convince me that Joe Biden is the most popular president of all time and he got over 81 million votes. I'm not going for it. The second thing is that I start to take a deeper look at my own life, right? Because especially as Black people in the community, we taught to automatically vote Democrat regardless because we Black, right?
Yeah.
But when I started to deep dive into the things that Democrats stood for, it wasn't the fact that Republicans or Trump or MAGA first got my attention. The first thing that got my attention is the things that I didn't align with the party that I had been voting for based off of what my family told me to do, right? I don't believe in men and women's bathrooms. I don't believe in, a lot of the stuff, my dollars going to the federal government and letting them manage my money more than I can. I believe in smaller government. I believe in spirituality. I believe in a lot of the things. And so when I started to figure out, what are we doing? Why am I voting this way? I started to explore, what about Trump didn't I like?
Now, shout out to that. Now, a lot of that stuff I have to agree with. Shout out to Anton for that. A lot of that stuff that he just said, I have to agree with. I don't align with men and women being in the same bathroom. I don't align with just loose morality and just doing whatever a free for all. I don't align with that. I align with a little bit more conservatism, a little more with spirituality, more with doing what is traditionally called right. That's what I align with as well. So shout out to that. I can agree with that. Lord ADS, what's going on, my good brother? What's up, Joey 85? What's good, bro? ADS, welcome to.
What up, Izzy Bears? How's it going, brother? On this beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Yes, sir. I'm doing well. Thank you, sir. And yourself?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
What say
So
you?
now, Saint Anton. Okay.
Saint Anton. Saint Anton. Saint Anton. Okay.
Me and Anton line up on a lot of stuff and the way we kind of see things in perspectives. You know, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of them being, choice of. He actually chooses the label. That's the difference of conservative and Republican, right?
Mm-hmm.
I tend to vote for the person.
Mm-hmm.
I measure a candidate's basically policies against, saying the other variables with that candidate, and I make a choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trump was the right selection for the last election, because I felt like America really needed to hit the reset button. You know what I'm saying? At one point in time, you could see yourself under Barack's watch, you know what I'm saying? But that's before we knew all the little secrets beneath the cape. You could see maybe the chance of a better America, right? That's why I voted for him in his second term. But the more the party started to misalign itself with progressives, especially saying that it had to be a female candidate, they had to, that's one thing I've always hated about kind of the thought process of people who don't understand like how things work in reality versus something they might have seen or read or something of that nature, right? Is just because you get someone who's talented enough to get to the top of a ladder doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying, you get to pick who succeeds them and say they're just as talented as that person, especially if people have a choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can directly put them in that position if you have the power to and say, okay, you succeed this person, but people get to choose along the way. They're going to measure that, right? And
Okay.
immediately start mismeasuring to me with I mean, the bathroom thing was one big pill of it all, right? It was like, yeah, we're not going to do that either, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also just the other policies that were in place, right, that they were suggesting to push forward. Like a lot of people had noticed back in 2016, but I noticed back in 2014, 2015, how gentrification was displacing Black people, especially, right? Remember the rent is too high? That was
Yeah.
a scream and cry. That was the canary in the coal mine, right? People laughed at it, but that's your canary in the coal mine. Gentrification was costing people so much money just to rent in certain areas that they couldn't afford to live there anymore. And it was not just a few people, but mass amounts of people, right? So with that being said, I didn't hear a counter to gentrification, right? Now, Trump had mentioned something about cost of living at that point, right? And how things should be more affordable. So I was able to understand that. Also, the wall thing. People were like, oh, la, 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 la. No, 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 no. You got to see this what it is. Remember back in the 90s and early 2000s, the white man was screaming they took our jobs, right? Remember that was some funny thing on South Park. They took our jobs. Yeah, they did. So for us to ignore that, to me, would have been a huge mistake. And there were a lot of other things that went into that too, right? But it was like, I always understood one thing, man, that when it came to people, you were dealing with the same people on the left, you were dealing with it's the same people on the right. They're the exact same people, just different ideologies, right? So picking based off of all this social issues, this, that, and the other was always a fallacy to me. It was always about economic issues. And Trump was the right choice for that. Now, with that being said, now, you know what I'm saying? We got stuff we got to deal with there too, but it is what it is. Ain't nothing affecting my home life. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I can afford eggs now that ain't $9. So I'm good with that.
No doubt. Yo, shout out to Joey 85. What's up, Joey 85? What say you, man? How you doing?
What's up, Iz? How you feeling, bro? What's
What's
up,
good?
ADS? Yeah, man. These Trump supporters, man, they all goofy. All of them. I don't take politics as just as serious. It is serious.
Hold on,
Politics
real
run.
quick. Give
Go
me 1
ahead.
second.
Go ahead, bro.
The thoughts, feelings, and opinions of these brothers or whoever comes up here are theirs and theirs alone. They do not reflect my thoughts, my opinions, or what I'm saying at all. These are their opinions. I don't believe that. Shout out to Joey. He's entitled to his own thoughts and his own opinions. Go ahead,
Yes,
Joey.
sir. Yes, sir. I stand on my word. All I got is my balls and my word, and I'm breaking for nobody. And yes, politics, the way things is today, you got to be a goofy to still be a Trump supporter. You got to be mentally ill to think that you can still stand behind this man and be talking about DEI and bathrooms. Like, we passed that point. Do you not see how many people losing their jobs? Do you not see the prices? Gas is $4. What the? Like, come on. And I know people like, oh, we get more money. Come on, bro. Do
Well,
you not see the
Joey,
climate? Do you
Wait,
not
hold
see
on.
the
Let him finish.
the postal service running out of money? The postal service, people can't go to the post office and mail stuff. Like, this is what I'm saying is, like, and Anton can be goofy and just talk about, well, I don't want men going to women's bathrooms and all that stuff. And no, I don't align with that stuff. But we got bigger issues besides that. We got bigger issues with chicks with you know what using bathrooms and fighting and playing like, that's beside the point. And that's where all these conversations circle right back to the most minute and small thing instead of the bigger issues. You know what I'm saying? Health insurance. People gonna have job security. I thought bringing the money back to make America great again. When was since he been in? When was America great? Since his ass been in there. Like, this is what I'm saying. And him and Stephen A. Smith, cornbean head asses, they just sit there and just gather and just talk like, y'all okay, y'all got money, but what about all the other people out here that's struggling day by day and trying to make something maintain? But I digress. Go ahead, Iz.
All right, yo, go ahead, ADS, real quick, and then welcome to the show, Bill and Nico. Hey, listen, man, I don't know what's up with the support, y'all. Hit the like button. Likes are free, and if y'all would, everybody throw us $5 so we have enough to keep our show going. Come on, I've been working hard for y'all. I've been up here almost an hour and a half. Everybody throw $5 at us to let us keep our show going. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, go ahead, ADS, real quick. You can retort, and then Bill and Nico, you got it.
first I would say, please, Joey, stop with the name calling. That is just so immature.
Nah, that's my
And
thing, ADS. You
Wait,
know
wait,
that.
hold on, Joey. Don't interrupt him. Let him finish his
No, I'm
system.
just letting you know that's my thing. I like,
Come on, man. Put a shirt on, man. You up here chest naked. We don't like chest
who
naked
that?
Negro. That daggone come on, man. I don't want to see
And then
that.
you flexing. Yeah, drop that nigga.
Come on, put a shirt on, bro. Or get your
Crazy.
avatar. We don't want to see you chest nakedness, man. Come on, brother. All
Yeah,
right,
my
go
fault.
ahead.
My fault, gang. I ain't trying to flex, now, man. My
Who
fault,
that
gang.
fighter?
Yeah,
Yeah,
fighter,
my
fighter.
fault, gang.
Oh
Yo,
It's a
man.
bunch. Hold on, fighter. Hold on, real quick. It's ADS first, and then it's Bill and Nico, and then you got after that. All right,
Izzy, I apologize for doing that. I'm happy with my body. I'm back in shape. I mean, my bad.
Fighter. This boy.
Congratulations. Go ahead, ADS. You got the floor.
Fighter, my
okay,
nigga, man.
okay.
Wow.
I mean, and then Joey, I mean, you forget that gas under Biden was $7 a gallon down in California, 4.50 here in Georgia, almost $5. So the gas prices here at 3.39 right now, to me, are working just fine. In your city, right, of Philadelphia, do you know they're imposing a tax on you just to keep the city workers kind of working? Nothing more but to keep them working. You're getting the tax just for this, just to keep your city workers in place, right? Which is absolutely insane to me that you get imposed a tax upon because they can't manage their money well. You know, so let's be honest. In these blue states, what you guys are getting is raw. Ultimately, I mean, even in Manhattan right now, the average rent is almost $6,000 a month. That's the average rent. In Brooklyn, the Bronx, and the Borough is almost $4,300 a month. Unaffordable. People screaming they can't afford to live there. Philadelphia. Tell me the last time in Philadelphia where you found something that was actually prominent about the city, clean, right? And you say, okay, this is wealth building, and I see this is a better generation for the future, versus something that's just imposed right now to sustain and maintain the current infrastructure in place, and then your rent still going up, your life still costing more, and things still following in motion. You know, those are things I look at, right? You know what I'm saying? What I see is that I think in these blue states that have these major metropolitan blue cities, I think a lot of people are just being brainwashed and believing that this is a better way when you're just being used for someone else's agenda.
All right,
And,
yo,
and what about
hold
the
on, real quick. Hold on, real
Go
quick.
ahead. Go ahead.
We got to keep our answers and stuff a little bit more compact and concise, if y'all don't mind, because it's a lot of people. I got comments to read and stuff like that. So if we could keep our answers a little bit more concise, so everybody could get in, I appreciate it. Joey, you can retort one last time, and then I got to go pass it to Bill and Nico, then to Fighter, and then to Right Path Good. Okay, and then we'll open it up. Go ahead, you got it, Joey.
It's not. I definitely agree with most of what ADS is saying. Yeah, he
Mhm.
definitely got a point. But we're not just going to talk about just the blue states. The red states is going through it just as much as the blue. Like the whole United States, ADS. And for you to be oblivious and not see that this president have nothing planned for Americans. Nothing. It just it's mind blowing. And when I had certain conversations with people that voted for Trump, well, most of them now got regret. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, we not gonna not just walk away and just say this man right now is not putting us in a hole. Like, we not just gonna walk away and just keep talking about DEI and trans people and all that. Like, we way past that point, way past it. But I digress. Go ahead, Iz.
All right, go ahead. Is it Bill and Nico? Bill and Nico, you got the floor. What say you, bro? Welcome to the show.
What's going on? The only thing I want to say is to say it doesn't matter or it was a small issue whether there's grown men going into women's bathroom if you have children. I think that's a wild statement, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna start with for now.
No doubt. Hey, give me a second. Hey, shout out to Omni. Omni, I don't see your comment before that. Shout out to my man Omni. I appreciate the $10. He said, read my last comment. I was looking for it, Omni. I couldn't find it. Was there something that you said? It might have been something that you said in it. If you could post it again real quick, I appreciate it. I'll be glad to read it if I see it. Shout out to Mo Love. Thank you so much, Mo Love. She said, abundance is support the show. Support for the show. Y'all be like Omni and Mo Love, and y'all support the show, support the stream. Now, I mean, everybody throw $5 at us so we have enough to keep our show going. Let me welcome a couple more people into the building real quick. What's going on? Joseph, Burley, what's going on, family? How you doing? Good to see you, man. What's up, Right Path? Good. He said, I'll be honest, I think Trump is completely nuts, but he is the best thing right now, okay? And I'm going to let you say what you got to say in a moment. Right Path? Good. Yeah, come on, fight him, man. Jesus Christ.
I put a shirt on, gang.
Okay. Hey, doesn't matter anyway. Trump just part of whatever God's plan is. That's a fact. Shout out to Savage said, Izzy, what's good, brother? What's good, Savage? What's going on? Peas knees. No, what's up, Peas? I said, think they're already been broken by the Democrats. Y'all funky fried chicken. Oh Lord. What's up, Lawrence? What's going on, Lawrence R? Good to see you, fam. Long time no see. Say, do what Trump supporters. What? Come on now. All right, go ahead. Right Path. Good. You got Omni said, here it is. I didn't see it. Alpha Omega said, black women don't do struggle. They say it daily. When rent mortgages gets high, we get the consequences of that. Our broken homes. This ends up free rent and amazing apartments. Well, listen, we're not even talking about black women. How did it get to be about black women? Jesus Christ. Shout out about Lawrence R. Thank you for the $5. Said sending support to Lord Izzy, the king of awesomeness. Yo, thank you very much, Lawrence R. I appreciate that. Salute to you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, man. Y'all be like Lawrence R. and support the show, support the stream. I mean. All right. So go ahead, my man, Right Path Good. And then Fighter, you got it, and then we're gonna open it up.
Okay, I'll try to make this as quick as possible, and then I'm probably gonna jump down into the chat. But I'm not a blind Trump supporter. There's things he's done I agree with and disagree with, but I wanted to hit on Joey's point about the postal services. So before I switched careers, and the reason why I switched careers is I worked for a third-party trucking company that ran mail for the post office. And where I parked, there were two companies, and one of the companies was McKinsey Trucking, and there were four drivers there, and they dropped all of their routes. Now I got them hired on with my company, but the post office is dropping routes left and right because they're trying to privatize and lease out to owner operators and pay them almost half of what they pay us. And then another point is look at how much taxes they take out of our checks. I think it's insane.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I shout out to Ghetto Story who beat me yesterday in chess. Yeah, Ghetto Story beat me yesterday in chess. I won't make any excuses, even though I was in the carpool line for my son, trying to pick up my son for school, and I wasn't paying attention. But I did give him a game, and he did beat me. Shout out to the Ghetto Story. Ghetto Story said, number one, don't let Izzy fool you. He's good at chess, but ain't nothing new under the sun. 1-for-1 for a while. Let that checkmate marinate for a little bit. Yeah, because I tried to get my get back, and when I got stationary, and Ghetto Stoic dodged me. But Ghetto Stoic did beat me. So now we're 1-1. Shout out to Ghetto Stoic. Thank you very much for the $5. I appreciate you, bro. You're the only person on YouTube that can stake that claim right now, Ghetto Stoic. So be proud of that. I beat everybody else on YouTube unhandedly, really bad. So shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. 1-1. We are 1-1. All right. Go ahead. Fighter, what say you, bro?
Carlo Cantor gives the cloud chasing will call a Dominican representative, decalcifying my pineal gland while simultaneously practicing impulse control and self-mastery.
Deportes. Deportes.
Deportes, that means sports. That means sports.
That means deport. You.
No, deportes means sport.
It
Sports.
does mean
sport.
Hold on, ADS. It does mean sports in Spanish. Go ahead, Fighter. You got it.
Yeah, dumbass, FBA nigga. All right, so
hey, come on, Fighter. Jesus.
Hey, man,
Oh,
you get this brother up out of here, bro.
my bad,
Yo,
my bad, gang. It's all love. I love my
It's
FBA.
cool, ADS. It's cool,
He's
ADS.
annoying, brother. He is annoying. Get him up
Go
out
ahead,
of
Fighter.
here.
He just came at me.
Time out. If you want it, listen. I have a chat bounty, so y'all don't even have to do this. Y'all fight with money. It makes the show. It makes the show better. Hold on. It makes the show better. It makes me feel better too. So please stop fighting and fight with money. Go ahead, Fighter. You got the floor.
It's a hustler,
get your money up, ADS. Get your money up, boy, little boy.
Is that
Anyways,
pesos?
yeah, pesos, Americano pesos, Bobby. Americanos peso, papi. Yo,
Is
anyways,
that real money? Put it back up.
yeah, no, it's fake money. You heard?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. So why you
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
flashing
it's fake
money,
like you,
bro?
nigga. It's fake like
What's
you, like
going
your
on,
lineage.
bro?
It's fake like your
You know what I'm
lineage. You're
saying?
probably a
Hey,
tether for
I'm
real.
American.
Yo, I'm trying to
American.
talk, bro. He's interrupting
When's
me.
the last time they
I
called
know,
ICE on you, bro?
ADS, why don't you go ahead, let him talk, man. Go ahead.
You gotta mute him and put him in the back, gang. All right.
Wait, hold on, give me a second. Hey, give me one quick second. I'm sorry. Chanel's reality. Wave in the back so I know it's you, Chanel, and I'll bring you up. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Damn, yo. All right, man. I hope everyone is having a good day today. Anyways, like Joey was saying, Joey, you know what it is that it seems like you're against people who have an affinity or like Trump. But I think you know what it is. I think we all want different things from our political figures or leaders. We all want different things. So I think many people just align with what he stands for versus the other parties. You get what I'm saying? So even the people that voted for him, they may dislike the way he comes off, but they might like his policies and whatnot. I mean,
But
oh,
he not even living up to that because most of them voted not for the war, and look what he's doing now.
right,
Well, I'm not saying it's a war right now, or even with the Epstein situation. Like,
Wait, we don't say that name over here.
I'm sorry. Damn, you can't say that now either.
I'm not saying you can't, but I just don't. I
got you, bro. I got you.
You never hear me talk about that.
I got you. But no, that's all I was saying. Like everybody,
but
I agree
we
with
definitely
you, Fighter.
feeling it.
I agree.
Joey, like we definitely feeling it because when I fill up gas tank in my jalopy, it's like it used to fill up with less money. Now it's like goddamn, like it's now. I mean, so we're feeling it a little bit. But hopefully this is a temporary thing. Regardless who's in the presidency, I hope they doing the best for the American people. No matter, I don't care who's in there. So if Kamala Harris wins the next election, whoever wins, I hope that they're gonna do the best was for the country, not you
Give me a
know
second. Hey, Chanel Reality, I
affect us
got you.
negatively. Bro, we
Give
can't
me
hear
one.
you. Or is
Hold
that
on.
me?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Is that me?
I mean, yeah, we can hear him fighter. You can't hear him. You
Okay.
might have to drop and come back.
Oh, I'll
Give me.
drop, bro.
Hey, Chanel's Reality. Pick which one. Let me know because there's two of you back here, so I gotta know which one. So if you will wave on the one. Okay, cool. All right, I got you. All right. Chanel, what's up? Welcome to the show. How you doing? Can you hear me, Chanel? I can't hear you if you're talking. Can y'all hear me? Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me.
I can hear you good.
I
Is
hear
you
you clear.
chilling?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Hey, Chanel, if you're talking, we can't hear you, sis. It's just I can see, and that like I can't see you on stage. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, let's get back.
StreamYard acting crazy, yeah. But no,
Okay,
I
let's.
wanted to say this real quick. I'm sorry. So my man came up here with the bathroom comment. Like, no, I don't agree to that either, bro. I don't. But I look at situations from uh what's really the problem and what's going to be the bigger problem. I'm going to worry about my radiator or I'm going to worry about my transmission. I'm going to take care of this transmission before I worry about the radiator. You get what I'm saying? It's like we're going to worry about the bigger problem before we get to this problem. And that's all
Actually,
I'm saying.
Joey, that's a
Children's
little
a big
backwards,
problem.
right? You want to make sure
It
that your
is,
radio is
bro.
running
I ain't
because
going
your
to deny
car
that.
head
But
gasket, because
people
your car overheats.
say that again.
You want to worry about your radiator first because it'll blow your motor, your pistons, because
Well,
your car.
I'm not gonna drive it. ADS, I'm gonna worry about my. You can't drive at all if your transmission going. What costs more?
Transmission costs more.
Exactly.
You
So
can't get back your children's innocence.
I understand that, bro. I understand,
That's
and
a
I don't
fact.
agree to it either, bro. You can't, and I said I don't agree to that either.
So
But
if
we're going to
anything, we
worry,
needed to get that done as soon as possible because children are young, right? So we want
or
to influence them.
or who's going to raise these children if these parents ain't got no jobs and things is going up and these kids, well, they going to eat. The baby's going to eat, but just the way the economy is right now, bro.
That depends
We
on
all
what part
see.
of that depends on which part of the economy you're participating in. Because for a lot of people, they're
I
up
agree.
right now.
I agree.
It
Yeah,
depends on
that's
what you're
true.
focused on.
That's a fact. Shout out to Razone. Say yo. What's up, Razone? Hey, listen, you make sure y'all hit the like button. Likes are free, and then support the show, Sports Stream. I mean, let's get back to this. Let's see what's happening.
And I realized that it was more propaganda that was fed to me and that, he would supposedly be racist and all of this stuff. And then I started to evaluate every other president that came before him. And I realized that he's just a quote unquote straight shooter, right? I mean, he just tells it like it is, regardless of whether you agree with him or not. And most of the things that he said, I aligned with.
One of the things I want to push back on you on this notion about the 2020 election from this perspective. I believe that the election was legit, but not for the reasons one would think. I totally agree with you. I don't believe anywhere in hell 81 million people wanted Joe Biden to be president. But I do believe 81 million people wanted anybody but Donald Trump. So because of that, it makes it because of that, it made it believable in terms of chaos, how much noise was being made. You know how people were like, you had people celebrating in the streets like, oh my God, we're finally free. You saw how exaggerative and how extra folks were when Trump was put out of office. So I'm saying that to me was emblematic of a large portion of America saying we wanted a break from all of that noise. That's why I believe the election was legitimate.
Okay, Stephen A. So let me push back at you a little bit.
Sure.
Why are Democrats so against voter ID?
Well, hold on. We ain't got to me and you align with that. It don't make no. I'm not supporting. Listen, you got to have an ID for everything. Right. I'm with you with that. I mean, I do think it was ridiculous, but I also pay attention to Senator Fetterman, who's been supportive for the most part of the Republicans.
Fetterman.
When Fetterman said, quote, he said certain things about the SAFE Act are a bit extra. Yeah, you essentially got to have a passport, and it is more difficult to get ID, under these restrictions that they're putting out there.
Yo, we're going to get into that in a second, this ID thing. Shout out to Easy One. He said, people that say war are triggered by media. It's not a war. It's a conflict. War has not been declared. They just want you to say Trump's war. Shout to that.
I
Oh,
said
hold on.
that.
Give me a second. Give me a
My
second.
fault is.
Shout out to Say You Like Podcast. Salute, Say You Like Podcast. What's going on? Make sure y'all hit the like button and support the show. All right. I don't think Anton realizes how many new enemies he has just made. I don't think he cares because more enemies means more people talking about him, which means more visibility, which means more people that's gonna like him as well. So it all comes out in the wash, right? No one is having trouble getting an ID. Stop lying. Well, that's not really true. There are people. I'm a person that has a trouble getting an ID. You know what I'm saying, in the state that I'm in. But go ahead.
You
Go
need
ahead,
a
Joe.
real ID. You need a real ID is or a regular ID.
I got a real ID, but the issue is it's from a different state.
Okay.
And so trying to get it in the state that I'm in is problematic. It is
Yeah.
not cap. Hold on, Sel. I got no reason to cap. I'm telling you what I'm telling you the truth. I got no reason to cap.
Can I ask
So
something?
go ahead.
I think the context is, but you do have an ID though. It's just from another state.
It's just from another state, but getting it. But what I'm saying is the context of it is from state to state. There are different issues and challenges when it comes to getting an ID or real ID. There are some issues and challenges. That's what I'm saying.
Need proof of proof of where you live.
No.
Social birth.
But this is the thing, right? So there's some people that it's complicated, but yeah, but in certain circumstances, they do make it extremely difficult to get a real ID, even when you have the proofs. If you don't have everything that's on the list, and sometimes that list is very extensive, then it's a problem. I'm just telling you.
The reason I wanted to ask that is because when it comes to voting, though, you're still going to be able to verify that you're an American. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's from another state. The voter ID issue is that people don't have an ID at all and they're voting. You know what I'm saying? So we can't verify that they're an American citizen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but the voter ID card is tied into your regular ID as well. I don't think a lot of people realize that. It's not a separate thing. You have to have an identifying mark with your face on it with an address, and that's where they give you the voting poll in the gerrymandering or whatever the case may be to your particular district, to your particular what they call it, circuit, wherever they call it. But yeah. Your district, right? Shout out to DJ Wish Doctor, member of the Ismailite Nation for 17 months. Salute to you, good sir. He said, salute to Is and the Ismailite. Salute to you, DJ Wish Doctor. What's going on? What guan? Shout out to DJ in the building. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Y'all be like DJ Wish Doctor, support the show, support the stream. Know what I mean, shout out to EJ 300K said, not the voter ID, dead cat story. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm sorry. I don't know about the dead cat story. HC Bull 1 says there's no reason to support a passport to vote unless you're disenfranchising a specific group. HC Bull 1, ain't you tired of being on the wrong side of history, brother? Aren't you tired of being on the wrong? Like, some of your takes just be crazy. Because again, if you're not an American citizen, you can't vote. That's really simple. That shouldn't have no political implications. If you're not an American citizen, you can't vote. So they want to make sure that you're an American citizen. That makes sense. If you're not a Hispanic person, then as a so-called black person, you should be one of the main people in favor of voter IDs. The reason being is all of these illegal migrants that came in this country, that a lot of them still haven't left yet. So if they're allowed to vote and represent big numbers without any real knowing who they are, where they came from, if they're legally allowed to vote, that is disenfranchising to people like you, sir. I don't understand why. Give me one. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me just land it. I don't understand why y'all don't see. That's just common sense. And I'm not going for left or right. I'm just saying that's just common sense to me. Go ahead, Bill and Nico.
And the piggyback off that, what further will be disenfranchising, right? Is we're talking about, depending on what part of the economy you're participating in. If you're participating in the losing part of the economy where you're competing for lower wage work, when you got people coming in illegally, they're also going to be competing for those jobs that you're going to be needing as the economy continues to change. So that's also going to be a factor in disenfranchising.
Can
That's
I
a fact.
piggyback off that, Izzy?
Give me one quick second. Yes, but give me one quick second. Do you know how many people in the country that don't have passports? I don't have a passport. It's not a real ID. Is not a passport, sir. A real ID is a real ID with the star on it. And I don't even want to get into back and forth about if we should have a real ID or not. That's a whole nother conversation. But the truth of the matter is that we're not talking about passports. You're talking about an ID to show that you're a citizen of the United States of America. A whole different thing. Go ahead, ADS. What say you?
To get on the airplane, you need a real ID too.
Right. Yeah, you do need a real ID, but that's not the
Or a
same as
passport.
a passport. That's not the same as a passport, though. Go ahead.
It's not.
I mean, they could easily rectify this by putting this on your driver's license too, if they really want to, your citizenship status, right? But also from what the brother was saying, that's how we've been losing, right? If people say, "Oh, black people don't want those jobs," no, they were just underbid for those jobs, right? Remember when unions were in place in these states, where we were working those jobs, when we had health care and higher wages from the city, the state, the government, that's all been erased now for contracts because you've been underbid, right? And then secondly, you know what I'm saying, you're being overpopulated. You know what I'm saying? So since 2008, right, there's been this mad rush over here. So, you know what I'm saying, you're being outnumbered by people you don't even know in a lot of cases who come over here with no type of identification, no type of anything, right? And yet they're taking your jobs and they're overpopulating you. So those are things you have to be conscious of.
What jobs they taking ADS?
Come on, man. You know, come on.
The vast majority of our city and state jobs at one point in time were worked by black people. I mean, here in Atlanta, I mean, overwhelmingly worked by black people, right? Who had unions, who had status, who had things in order, right? Not just good, hardworking people. They over 70% of those people have lost their jobs.
They're taking over construction. To answer you specifically, taking over construction jobs. They're taking over maintenance work. They're taking over cropping work. They're taking over fast food work. Just to name a few. Just to name a few.
Fast food used to be the American high schooler's job. You know, that would be your first job in a fast food gig. And now
Or
you
when
go
you're
to
in college, right? Starting out, right?
And that, you know, that's decent money for that segment of your life. That matters. That's how you get cash. So the fact that they got all these illegals in there, you know, they're usurping the system that we had.
That's a fact. Shout out to Bridget M. She said, I don't have a passport, but I may need one. Let's remember all these topics are allegedly. Yes, they are. Make sure y'all support the show in the meantime, between time. Everybody throw $5 at us. Malik Wilson said they took baseball over. That's
I'll
crazy.
send out $5, Izzy. But can I say something else too, just to add on to that really quick? Just really quick, and I'll let it go. The big thing that people don't talk about is that how it's not beneficial to black people. You know, so I can see if our communities were meshing together and growing together, you know, between the black and browns, we were really growing together like at one point in the 70s and 80s, like we were doing back then. But now we're just being usurped. They're staying separate to themselves. They're staying tribal with themselves. And what they're doing is just running you out of your communities, right? There's no benefit to it.
Right. That's literally you broke it down a little bit more, but that's literally the same point that I was just making a moment ago. That's a fact. That's a fact what you just said. That's literally the point I was making. I'm saying, like, listen, as a so-called black man, and that's why I said HT Bull 1 is on the wrong side of history. Ain't he tired of being on the wrong side of history? He's screaming at the top of his lungs for these people to not to be able to vote without an ID, and not understanding that is displacing so-called black people in America, especially if you're not at a certain economic status. And regardless, it's going to affect you one way or another. So that's why I asked him, ain't he tired of being on the wrong side of history? Shout out to Lord ADS. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
And as far as the driver's license, we can't simply just transfer the issue to driver's license, because there's certain states that were issuing driver's licenses to illegals. So that's not an easy fix.
If it was federal law, it would be an easy fix.
No, I'm saying there's illegals that have driver's licenses, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Hey, Sincere said, is important to have a passport? I think that depends on your perspective. Is it important to have a passport? I think it's dependent on your perspective. You know,
if you travel,
you have to have one if you're traveling. Yeah,
you traveling, yeah. Other than that, just get your real ID. But even that costs, because I remember I had to wait to get that done. And I ain't gonna lie, I was in that DMV. There's a lot of it looked like I ain't gonna say they was illegal, but it was a lot of them people in there.
Well, HC Bowl 1, if they're requiring a passport, it's for people who are not citizens of this country. That's
Exactly.
simple. Like, I don't even understand why we got to go through the semantics of this. Like, it don't even make sense. Like, fam, they are not requiring you and I to provide a passport. So that's disingenuous at best. When you go to vote, you just provide your ID, and it has to be a real ID. You show your ID, they scan it, they see that you have an ID, and then you're able to vote. The people who are required to have a passport are people who are questionable about being here, and they should have a they should
Yeah, he's making it way
supply
too
some
complicated.
identification. Exactly, it's not that
He
serious.
want to debate. He want to debate you. That's
It's
debate me,
slow.
bro.
Debate you? I can't. That's just slow. It's just slow motion.
Yeah, everything don't need to debate.
Yeah, hey, yeah. California was issuing CDLs to illegals for $200. Damn.
Yep.
Allegedly. A
ain't
passport
alleged.
book and or passport card is a great piece.
I'm gonna say alleged.
Of second ID. I got both. Shout out to that. Acid Bav said it's simple. Provide the real ID. That's simple. Provide your ID. I need to see some ID. Let's get to it. Let's go.
Than it was before. So I do believe that, but that doesn't mean that
Thank you,
both
Lord
sides
ADS.
can't
By the
come
way, thank you, Lord ADS. I appreciate you. By the way,
together and resolve that in a damn day. And for the Democrats to act like no ID should be required or whatever, like California and some of the stuff I learned about them and what they're doing under Gavin Newsom, that is utterly ridiculous. So you and I don't, we ain't far off on that.
But that tells me, though, that they're fighting for it for a reason. And I don't believe it's because they really believe that people are being disenfranchised at the polls. I believe that they're fighting for it because they truly believe that it's going to affect whether or not they get elected and future elections. And I believe that the Democrats, their whole strategy, because as people get older and wiser, this is not even my opinion. This is a fact.
Hold on real quick. My bad. Did I skip? Oh, yo, okay. Yo, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Fam, you are calling people dumb and you are making something simplistic more complicated than it actually is. But yet and still, you're calling us dumb. You said, now I see why black folks get scammed. You MFers are dumb. It's nothing dumb to say, yo, we understand that millions of illegal MFers came to this country in drones. And some of them MFers got moved out, but a lot of them MFers are still here. And so, if they have the right to vote the same as you have the right to vote, probably they're not voting in your interest. But we're dumb. This is what I'm saying. It doesn't even make sense what you're saying. But yet and still, you're so passionate and calling people out their names, throwing that homonym attacks, and you sound crazy. Am I wrong, Bill and Nico? Am I wrong about this? I know you'll tell me. Am I wrong?
Yeah, now you're on the money. And most Black Americans are already registered to vote. This isn't like this doesn't affect us. Like it literally doesn't affect us. Most Black Americans have verified identification in some way, shape, or form, whether it's Social Security, passport, state license, a driver's license. Black Americans that are literally born here have verified identification in some way, shape, or form in all levels, from lower class to upscale to upper class.
Facts. Yo, Jim Rat 08 said construction is the biggest. It's overrun with Hispanics, especially Venezuelans. Shout out to that, Jim Rat 08. I thought it was. Yo, shout out to Wall Street Willie said, why would Stephen A talk to Great Value Rick Ross? Answer, because Corey has been kicking Stephen A's back end for years now. Hashtag the enemy of my enemy. Well, whatever works. I'm not mad. I don't know. Those are the opinions and thoughts of Wall Street Willie alone. Shout out to Wall Street Willie. Y'all support the show. If y'all want any your comments highlighted in red, y'all working my eye springs, please do so through the super chat or through the Cash App. What's up, Joseph Famore? What's going on? All right.
I am old enough to remember, Izzy, when people were pushing us to go to take those state and city jobs with the government at one point. Remember? Because those were great jobs. You had security, you had long-term stability, you had plain saying you had health insurance. That was the big piece of it. You know what I'm saying? And you could build around that, right? Those jobs rarely exist anymore because they've been underbid by contracts.
but it's the profit margin too. You know what I'm saying? And really we got to be honest, in a free market system and a capitalistic society, the main quotient is profit. And so we do know that that's why they moved a lot of companies overseas initially. That's why they looking for cheap labor, whatever the case may be. So to the point, when you add unions, when you add insurances, when you add all these guarantees that they have to give law-abiding Americans, it cuts into their profit margin. And the law of the land of capitalism is more profits, more profits, more profits. That's just what it is. So that has to do with it a lot too, right? Jim Rat 08 said it's definitely thousands still here. I would say millions. Come to Texas, you will definitely see it with your own two eyes. I believe you. Hey, y'all make sure y'all supporting the show in the meantime. Between time, make sure y'all support the show. Isn't Stephen A going to run for president? He said he wasn't. He said he wasn't. He said he wasn't. The reason being is because he got that $100 million contract, and he don't want to do nothing to mess up his money. So he declined to run for president. He did say he was at first, but then he says not. All right, let's go.
Most people evolve to become more conservative, and then they sometimes, more often than not, deflect over and to become a Republican, right? When you're younger, that's really a Democrat's game, is being, liberal, right? Because you don't know any better. But as people get older and wiser, they never defect from the Republican Party over to the Democrat Party. It's usually the other way around, right? What they have to do is they have to find new voters and new people that support them. And I believe that the civil rights movement was hijacked by feminism. Feminism ultimately was hijacked by the LGBTQ movement, which Obama ushered in, and he solidified that. I believe that diversity, equity, and inclusion was ultimately the thing that they really leaned on in order to make sure that they had people in the voter rolls that not only identified as Black, not only identified as Latino, not only identified based off of their sexuality, but they needed a whole new voter class. And I think that immigrants was definitely the play. And that's why they're fighting so hard against voter ID.
But I don't disagree with most of that. What I'm saying.
Does anybody up here disagree with what Anton just said on that particular point?
No, not at all. I
You
thought.
Go ahead, Bill.
Go ahead.
No, I thought you was finished. Go ahead. You guys.
No, I thought you was gonna have some more smoke for what he was saying. I thought you was gonna have to. I was gonna have to defend him a little bit, but that's what's so weird, because most of the stuff that Anton says, even though he gets a lot of criticism, I believe is actually in the grand scheme of things of what's important. We talk about priority. I think he aligns what actually matters. All the other stuff, it can fall into entertainment. Whether it is real or not, it can at least fall in that realm. But when it comes to the stuff that actually matters, I think it aligns for what the Black community, really needs.
Yeah, and Bill and Nico, that's what I'm saying. Like, again, and that's what I was trying to tell Angry Man, shout out to AM that time. Listen, I don't dislike Anton, and I agree with a lot of what Anton says. It's just when Anton gets into these hyperbolic statements like he's a saint, or like he's at the right hand of God, or when he tries to tout his marriage, but yet still tout his hoes. Like, I don't like the contradictory things and the hypocrisies, because I do believe that Anton has a calling. I do believe that he is good at what he does, and he does have a level of mastery in what he's doing. And so I appreciate that. What I think takes away and does a disservice is the clown shit that he does on the opposite end that makes it a mockery of what he's allegedly trying to do. You see what I'm saying? That's my only argument.
Mm-hmm.
Does that
I
make
get
sense?
what you're saying. I mean, I guess certain things can be interpreted that way, but I don't watch everything that he does. But from what I see, majority, I wouldn't say I see what I would classify as clown shit personally.
The whole thing about the women, listen, fam, and that's probably where we have the most disagreement, because you can't say that the women that work with me, boxes on the table, and it's expected.
I heard that. He didn't say that.
Yo, he literally
He was
did.
saying saying that if you are a woman around me, I'm still a man at the end of the day. Not that I'm gonna do it or act on it, but that don't look at me like you're the gay best friend. You know what I'm
No, I
saying?
know, but again, fam, yo,
That's
this
my
one,
interpretation.
I hear you, and I get you, right? But the problem is y'all cannot. This is the problem, right? It's like these cats that tried to make excuses for what Sharon did the other day, what Sharon said the other day, trying to win an argument. Yeah, I'll take my kids to the nude beach. So at that point, it don't matter whether he took his
Oh no,
kids to the
that's
nude.
different.
Hold on, real quick. No, but it's not though. It don't matter whether he would take his kids to the nude beach at all, right? It doesn't matter whether he did it or not, or whether he would do it, or whether he would really do it. The fact that he said it and then tripled down on it is what he said. So in Anton's case, it doesn't matter if that's not what he's gonna do and that really how he lives. The fact that he said it and he tripled down on it is terrible. It's a terrible representation, and it takes away from the substantive things that he says and the substantive things that he does. It absolutely is. It's for a clout chase and for a viral moment. Which cool, but you got to understand when you clout chase and you looking for a viral moment, it's going to be some consequences and backlash to it. It's just what it is. And a
Yeah,
thinking person, a critical thinking person like myself is just going to call it like I see it. And it has nothing to do with how I feel about a person. It's just like, yo, this is cool. This ain't cool at all. That's all that it is. Commentary. You see what I'm saying?
for sure, for sure.
ADS, you want to say anything before we get back to the video, bro?
No, sir, no, sir. Right now, I'm just listening in. Yeah, well, let's say this. Let's say this. I mean, do we really have to agree with Anton on everything? No, no, we do not. Right?
No, we don't.
You know what I'm saying? But we can agree on the core principles of what he's talking about, especially in this particular segment, right?
Yes.
He's making a lot of sense. He
Yes.
really is.
Yes, he is. I could give it that, and that's been my whole point the whole time. ADS, you can agree where you agree, you could disagree with you disagree, and that shouldn't have any bearing. That doesn't mean you like the person and love the person, and it doesn't mean you dislike the person or hate the person. It's you agree with this point, but you disagree with that point. You agree with that point, but you disagree with this point, and it's all commentary. And we got to learn how. If y'all don't learn anything else from me, I hope that y'all learn that. I promise you. Let's get to it.
Is we can point to things that the Republicans do, the conservatives do, to position themselves for the same thing. For example, when you're redistricting in Texas, for example, and other places, you're doing that because you want to position yourself to get most votes.
Absolutely.
This is politics. This is politics.
Absolutely.
So in other words, we can't hate on one side.
And that's called gerrymandering, by the way. When you redistrict people in order to procure certain voting blocks, that's called gerrymandering. Let's go.
For coming up with a mechanism, you understand, to curry more
We
votes
have
in
to,
your
though.
favor.
We have to, Stephen A. And the reason that we have to is
Why?
because it's one thing to you said it yourself. I can't even jump on an airplane unless they identify who I am. I can't get a place.
Hey, welcome, Brandon. Hey, shout out to Brandon Roy 80. He said, I guess you were recommended to me through Say Light Podcast. What's up? What's up, family? Good to see you. I hope that you enjoy being here. Listen, over here, I don't know if you can tell, I'm really just a commentator. I really am not like persuading anybody to be on one side or the other. I just am commentating on the things that I see. Some things I agree with, some things I don't. And I just call it like I see it. But welcome and welcome, welcome. Tell a friend to tell a friend about us. Make sure you like, you share, you subscribe. We appreciate you, Brandon. Welcome, welcome. Let's get to it.
To stay. I can't get a car. I can't get anything. But I can determine who it is that makes the laws that ultimately govern us. Like if that isn't the thing that we need to protect more than anything else in our culture, in our society, I don't know what is. So we have to be vigilant to make sure that every vote is valid and every vote is counted. And we can't just let,
And everybody's welcome here, Brandon. Shout out to you. He said, me too. I'm a white boy though. Political commentary. That's what I do. Shout out to you. I don't do much political commentary. I am covering this because I know of Anton, but shout out to you. Listen, everybody's welcome here, bro. Everybody's welcome here. I don't discriminate against people based on the color of their skin. If you're cool, you're cool, whether you're white, black, candy stripe, or polka dot, right? If you're an asshole, you're an asshole, whether you're white, black, candy stripe or polka dot. All right, but shout out to you. We hope that you're cool, and if you're cool, you're more than welcome to be here. Salute, Brandon. Let's get back to this.
Mail-in ballots or people being able to, I say gaslight us and believing that, this election is free and fair when it's not. And I don't believe that that's what happened in 2020.
Well, let me tell you this too. Let me tell you, because you left out something that's very, very important, Anton. When you in New York City and you need an ID to shovel snow, but you fight. I mean, you talk about telling on yourself. You talk about telling on yourself. I mean, Mom Donnie and the Democrats. I mean, it just went out the window. You fighting for the Safe Act not to exist, but in the same breath, you require an ID to shovel damn snow.
I'm curious. What do y'all have to say about that? Right? What do y'all say? What say y'all about that, Lord ADS? All right. So listen, they're fighting against the Safe Act, but they require ID to shovel snow. Something as minuscule as shoveling snow in New York City. What say you on that?
It's obvious that saying that's more of them basically opposing the Save Act is basically based on saying their own political careers, right? That makes it even more obvious at that point. Like you said, if you need an ID to shovel snow, that's just basically a street parlor job, saying that you could basically pick up from anywhere, and you should be able to make a little money off of, and you need identification to do that because you're entering people's yards and their homes and things of that nature. Then when it comes to electing an official, why wouldn't you need ID for that, right? You think that would carry more precedence, electing an official versus shoveling snow.
Bars.
But you can see the protectionism there, right? They got to protect their base because in those major metropolitans, like New York and California, those places, a vast majority of their base is, and they know that. So we're making those requirements especially at a higher standard, and that alleviates a third or more of their base. I mean, right off the top.
Facts. And Vest Meme said Anton is working his way to a Trump meeting. He's trying to. Hey, shout out to that. That would be cool if he can. I'll be honest with you. Gasman said, my views are too extreme for y'all. I'ma chill over here. Thank you, Gasman. I appreciate it. Shout out to you, Gasman. You're always welcome, but I don't want no trouble. Though if I get my channel taken, I only want it to be for what I said or what I did. I don't want it to be for nobody else. What say you, Bill and Nico? What say you, bro?
I was gonna say it shows their hypocrisy. It shows that they'll be hypocritical in the the public's face. So it shows two things: that the one, they're hypocritical, and two, they think people are dumb. They think people are dumb enough to just let that go over and not even address that. So that goes back to what Anton was talking about. What why he kind of favors Trump is because he's a straight shooter. Whether you agree with him or not, you gotta appreciate the authenticity, the straight shot approach, as opposed to what the Democrats usually do.
Well, I don't think they separated anymore. I could be mistaken, Bridget M. I think in the beginning it was one of those things where it was separated, but I don't think it's separated anymore. Bridget M said, why did they separate the driver's license from the real ID? That should be enough. Well, what do y'all say? The real ID has more stringent, that's what I was trying to get to before. The real ID has more stringent protocols as far as proving who you are, your identity.
Yep. From my understanding, it's higher level than the driver's license. Passport, it's like equivalent to a passport, kind of.
Yeah, allegedly, right?
Yeah,
allegedly. That star. Yep. Let's get to it. Let's go.
I mean, that argument went out the window for them. There's no question.
I don't understand. I know you were born and raised in Queens. I know your roots is definitely New York. I know you a Knicks fan, and it breaks my heart to see what the Pistons are going to do to the Knicks. However,
I thought I liked you, bro. I thought I liked you. You got to bring up the Pistons. You got to do that to me, bro. I mean, you got to do that. All right, go ahead, man.
However, I have to say that you must be disappointed in what is happening in New York. And I'm not even talking about what Cat.
Yo, shout out to Anton. He is definitely positioning himself to be at least on First Take during the playoffs. Because the Knicks and the Detroit Pistons will absolutely meet
Mhm.
in these playoffs. So shout out to Anton
Playing chess.
positioning himself right to at the very least, be on first take or be around for. And he got season tickets with the Detroit Pistons too. So hey, shout out to Anton. My homie called me and said, "Yo, I see your homie. He's on the front on the floor at the Pistons
Yeah.
game." I said, "My homie who?" I knew he was talking about. I said,
Yeah,
"My
he was
homie."
having a ball. I wasn't even expecting to see him.
Yeah, shout out to that. Yeah, so hey, Anton, shout out to you, man. Listen, I give credit where credit is due. That don't mean I agree with everything he do and say, because some of the stuff he do and say is goof, troop, goof, soup. I'm not gonna lie. Let's get to it. But some of the things he say is on point and is right and exact too. So let's get to it. Let's go.
The Hopeful. I'm not just talking about with Zoran Mamdani. I'm talking about city council. I'm talking about Eric Adams. Everything that has transpired over the last 5 years in New York has ultimately led to you guys electing somebody that hasn't even been born inside of the United States of America, and y'all married to them. So
Well,
it bothers me. It bothers me that this country,
but you use the word
is
disappointed.
going the way that it's going.
You use the word disappointed. Nah, bro, I'm scared. I think New York is going to be an unmitigated disaster. I'm scared as hell. I already moved out the state, bro. I already bought a house in Florida. I ain't gonna lie to you. I already bought a house in Florida. I'm like, hell with this. This is an absolute mess. So you have your points. I'm just saying that you're making points about the Democratic Party. What would you say about the Republican Party? You're not about to sit up here and act like they're paragons of virtue, right? And that they're always honest and straightforward. We're not going to do that, are we?
No, I think that Bush the second was the worst president in my lifetime. I absolutely hated him because of the things that he did to the economy. That was the worst time of my life. I went broke. I think that Obama inherited a mess. I don't think that everything that Obama did was wrong. I actually think that Trump's policies more or less align with what Obama was doing in 2008, 2009, 2010, right? If you look at Nancy Pelosi's policies back in 96, right? If you look at what Joe Biden said that he stood for, if you look at what Obama represented, those are the same things that Trump represent. They want to make it seem like, well, him deporting illegal migrants is such a bad thing. Obama deported over 3 million people. In his terms, Trump didn't even deport 1 million people in his first term in office. So I don't think that what Trump is doing is so radical. I think that what he's doing is more closely aligned with what moderate Democrats was doing back in the 90s.
So with that being said, is it fair to say that you wouldn't be against the Democratic Party if it represented what those Democrats represented back in the day, that your real problem is with the progressive movement that appears to have taken over the Democratic Party, and that's what you completely disassociating yourself from?
No, absolutely not. I believe in less government. I believe that people that are here, they should be here legally. I don't believe in men and women's bathrooms. I believe in smaller, much smaller government. I don't believe in higher taxes. I don't believe that you are independent. I think that you are conservative. I think you're a Republican. And not just with your dollar. I think that you are a Republican, but I don't think that you are willing to admit it openly because of the backlash that comes along with the Black community and not supporting people that aligns with the Democratic Party.
Okay. Now, I'm glad you brought that up because allow me to retort to that. I don't give a shit what people say. If I feel what I feel, I'm going to stand on it. My challenge is knowing what I'm talking about. You study politics more than I do, along with various others. And so because of that, there are times that I'm simply uncertain about
Stop it for 1 second, please.
And because I'm uncertain about a position, I lean on.
Absolutely. Go ahead, fam.
My goal isn't necessarily smaller government. It's more effective and more efficient government, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that just saying, "Oh, we want the government smaller and less taxes," can be how do you say it? Can be a detriment, right? Because you got to be sure what you're cutting. It's the government's like a body, a human body, right? An organism. If you cut the right.
I apologize. Let me interject right here, if you don't mind, Lord Adias. When they say smaller government, I believe they're not talking about the size of the government. They're talking about the involvement of the government in our lives and in our everyday decisions. That's what they mean by smaller government. It's not about the size of the government. It's about the importance or the authority or say-so that the government has in the everyday American citizen's life. Go ahead. You got the floor.
Okay. Even if you take that route, because what I hear a lot of is smaller government. People want to ask anything, right? That's government. I hear a lot of that. especially around here in Georgia. So, but even if you take that position, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just because you're asking something doesn't make it more efficient or effective, right? Doesn't make it better because you get rid of something that you believe is more weight and costs more money. It's about the effectiveness of it, from my view, right? You know what I'm saying? With the efficiency that makes a really good high running government, right? Like, for instance, maybe not 500,000 jobs, maybe 300,000, right? Maybe 350, because a lot of those jobs are redundant jobs, right? But just getting rid of the whole entire, let's say, education, right? Our educational, I forgot what it's called off the top of my head, but
The
getting rid of the
board of education.
board of
Talking about-
education, you're just alleviating that could be a detriment because your kids now have no federal guidelines in which they can grow in these situations and circumstances, which have a lot of states pushing their own curriculums, which aren't healthy, in my opinion, for growth, right? And for knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So from my view is, it's about the effectiveness of it and the efficiency versus just it being smaller. That's all I really want to say.
No doubt. Hey, y'all know how I do. I just got a notification that my package came. That place closes in about an hour and 13 minutes. I could wait till tomorrow if we get some more support. But if we don't get no more support, I'm gonna be out and pick up my package. All right. I'm gonna give us 23 minutes. I'm gonna give us 22 minutes. We need 10 people, at least $5 a piece in 22 minutes. Otherwise, I gotta shut this down because we are far away from our daily goal. We are far away from our daily goal. We need 20 people overall to meet our daily goal. But to keep the show going, we'll settle for 10 for right now to keep the show going. All right, past 22 minutes. This is what we need. We need 10 people, at least $5 a piece, within the next 22 minutes to keep this show going. If not, we're going to shut it down because that means that y'all not really interested. Anyway, we talking about $5, all right? If you want your comments highlighted in red, there's a lot of y'all. I appreciate your comments, but, I've been reading comments. If y'all want your comments highlighted in red, do so through the Super Chat or through the Cash App. I greatly appreciate you. Bridget M said, yes, it takes the gift of gab and the balls to convince people. Shout out to that. Right Path Good says support. And Right Path Good has supported. He practiced what is free. So to my man Bill and Nico. Thank you very much, Bill and Nico, for the $10 supporting the show. I appreciate it. Because of Bill and Nico, we only need 9 people, at least $5 a piece to keep our show going. Help us keep our show going today. ADS too. ADS has practiced what he preached. He supported as well. All right. Y'all support the show, support the stream. You know what I mean? Let's get to it. Let's get back to this.
Easy. I'm going to get up out here anyway. I got to get down there to the evening mass. So thank you for having me up, brother.
Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Be safe and enjoy your new truck, man.
Thank you, sir.
I
am loving that, brother. It feels so fresh, so clean. I mean, let me tell you, I ain't took the top completely off yet, right? I took off the side panels in the front, but I haven't gotten the back yet and removed that the back piece so I can really get that air circulating through there, right? But that's something I plan on doing Easter, but it looked like it's going to rain, but that's not a here yet. All right, brother. Thank you for having me up. Nice meeting you too, brother, too. I forgot his name, but
Billy Nico. Check out my YouTube,
brother.
Check out Bill and Nico's YouTube, y'all. Subscribe. Bill and Nico, put your channel in the chat, man. Let me make sure I say something, and I'm gonna give you a wrench so you can put your channel in the chat. All right, let's get back to this.
I'm about the economy. I want a strong economy, okay? So I'm about free market capitalism, but I like some safety nets, not just free market capitalism and let's minimize government involvement to the nth degree. I think that
like
makes
what?
Me...
What safety nets?
No, I'm just talking about, when you talk about economically speaking, I don't want over-regulation, but I don't want zero regulation either. You see what I'm saying? In a binary system, they force us to pick a side. So for me, when I say I'm an independent, I'm like, damn, there's certain things that I lean a little bit here to the right, and then I lean a little bit here to the left.
I don't think that the Republican Party forces us to pick. I don't. The Republican Party.
No, I'm just answering your question about me. I'm just answering your question about me, just for clarification purposes.
That's fair.
With immigration, the only reason I totally supported Trump closing the borders because Biden opened them. If Biden had never opened them,
why not vote for him? Why not vote for him?
Because first.
Shout out to my guy, Cleveland bus driver uppercut. What's up, fam? Long time no say. Hey, while Anton got the fleece look in his eyes when speaking to Stephen A. Come on, man. Come on. He's seeing, Anton is seeing dollar signs. He said, I made it. Nigma, I made it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Anton. Anton is seeing dollar sign. That's the dollar sign eyes. You know what I'm saying? Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You know what I'm saying? Anton gonna run up a bag. That's what he look. He like, yes, sir. I have made it. I've made it, and I'm doing. Hey, listen, he's doing well in the interview. I'm not gonna lie.
Not a bad year.
Not a bad year, man. He said it. He said it. Hey, listen, success comes when
I wish he was
opportunity
still wearing
meets
the Billy Nico
preparation.
heads.
Shout out to that. He's doing his thing though. Shout out to that. He's definitely doing his things. Those were your hats that he was wearing at one time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Shout out to that. Shout out to Bill and Nico, man. Let's get back to this. Let's go. Yeah, shout out to the brother, man. He's doing his thing. I think he's purported himself very articulately, even whether I agree with all his points or not. I think that he's made a strong presentation for his case. You know what I'm saying? He seems prepared. He seems to know what he's talking about. So these things all are good things. You know what I'm saying? Whether we agree with him, whether you like him or not, I think it has no bearing. I just think that if you look at it objectively and say, yo, he doing his thing to a certain degree. When you agree?
For sure. And what about, how come you don't really talk about politics? I think you would be great at that as well. I mean, you articulate your points effectively. I think you communicate very well. I think people like you, brothers like you, would like kill in that space. And there's always something to talk about.
Yeah, it is. My thing is, they would call me a fence rider because I can see the good and the bad in both. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of person, I'm gonna be real, like just like Anton, right? I don't have nothing against Anton. I actually like Anton. But if I'm critical of some things that Anton say and do, then I gotta be an Anton hater and I have to be jealous of Anton, right? If I praise Anton and I say, oh, I like this or I like that, then I gotta be an Antonite and a D rider. You see what I'm saying? So those particular things, that's the reason why I don't really want to do political because, and then too, people get way too invested in it where they want to fight, and I'm really about that. So if people come to me trying to fight about some politics, I'm gonna try to take their head off. And so it's no need for me to even invite that type of energy into my life for no good reason. You feel me?
There's also a other side to that though. That comes with the engagement. That comes with people being, they're gonna be more invested. So it's definitely gonna be a boost to, your YouTube channel. And I think just the way you communicate, you will hit it off. It's like, it's like adding something to your game. It's like, why wouldn't you? As far as I'm seeing, I get the other stuff, but I mean, you still got those situations are coming now. When you coming into them situations where people talking crazy. So why not add it? At this point, why not?
I'll look into it. It's a good point. I just do think in the political arena, you do need to pick a side, and I could be mistaken, but from my perspective and purview, it's like when you're a political pundit, when you're a political comment, and I'm not gonna wear a shirt and tie every day either. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna switch up my dress code. I'm not gonna try to fit in to impress people. I'm not. Yo, matter of fact, I might add that to that other channel though. I might add that to that other channel.
Yeah, why not?
I might add that to the other channel, but it's gonna be satire. I'm gonna let you know that off the top. It's gonna be satirical, okay? But yes, thank you, Bill and Nico. You gave me a bright idea. I appreciate it. Let's get back to this. Let's go.
First of all, I've said this on many occasions. I would have voted for Nikki Haley. I would have voted definitely for Nikki Haley. Possibly DeSantis. I didn't like his remarks about good points about slavery, so I probably turned against him because of that. I didn't appreciate that shit at all. But I would tell you, for the most part, him, and I would vote for Marco Rubio. I wouldn't hesitate. But also know this about me, because I'm glad you asked, because I heard you touching on some of my politics with some of your cliques, and I was like, I can't wait to speak to this brother, right? And I said to myself, I said, listen, I don't blame him for feeling that way because he don't know me, and I've never really discussed a lot of this. But I said, listen. If you're sitting back and it's like, all right, it's immigration, follow the Obama policy, go ahead and keep that policy in place, I would have supported that. When you talk about safety in the streets, damn right, you ain't getting out of jail the same day you get in jail, not on my watch. Oh, hell no. So in that regard, yeah, I'm more conservative than liberal, but entitlement programs are more liberal than conservative.
Shout out to that. She said Versace robes on the other channel, no Versace robes. Even though they're gonna mess around and give me an excuse to buy this Versace robe that I want very badly, that I've been looking for any excuse to buy it, and I'm waiting for someone to say something about a Versace. Say another thing about a Versace robe. Let me see the picture. What's the picture at, y'all? Hold on. Oh, here you go. Here. Do you see this beauty right here? You see, and this is the Versace store. So people, you see this beauty. So when you see me pop up with it, you see what it costs. Y'all see what it is. Y'all see this beauty right here for the Versace store? Yes, sir. So hey, I wish y'all would talk to me crazy. I'm looking for an excuse to buy it. I'm looking for an excuse to buy it. I want it. I just don't necessarily need it. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for an excuse to buy it. But on the other channel, no Versace robes. No Versace robes. No. Hey, listen, I'm not going to ask for contributions on the other channel because it's going to be short form content and shorts. I'm going to tell y'all like, share, subscribe. Now, if y'all donate, y'all donate. If y'all don't, y'all don't. That channel is going to be strictly off of AdSense and whatever, right? This channel, y'all know, is live. So, hey, I want to get paid. And speaking of getting paid, we do need 9 more people, at least $5 a piece, and we got a good couple of minutes. We only got a good 15 minutes, okay? So y'all know what it is. But so the other channel is gonna be satirical. It's a character. I'm gonna bring y'all a character, just to let y'all know. I'm gonna show my acting chops a little bit, and that character is gonna be for that channel, and everything I do is gonna be satire. Okay, so get ready. It's going to be fun. It's going to be funny. It's going to be short form videos. It's going to be shorts. That's it. And it's going to be reactions. And now because of Bill and Nico, I think I might actually react to political commentary as well from a satirical perspective. That way, if y'all get mad at me laughing. Okay? Let's get to it. Thank you, Bill and Nico. Let's get to it. Let's go.
I think the desolate and disenfranchised, because I think the desolate and disenfranchised need a helping hand from time to time. I know it helped me and my family. Now, we didn't lean on it. We didn't depend on it. We didn't live off of it for decades. But to get a helping hand, to uplift yourself, sometimes I think that's needed, and it doesn't bother me. So I'm pro.
Yeah, they're only $600. Yeah, those robes are only $600-700. Yeah, man. Cleveland, but they're only $600-700, but $600-700 on a robe that you wear in the house. I don't need it. I got a robe. You know what I'm saying? What's up? D'Anville said, yeah, that joint's vicious. It is lovely. And with the slippers too, you gotta get the slippers. That's where they get you at, bus cut. Cleveland, bus driver uppercut. That's where they get you at. If you get the robe, you gotta get the slippers, right? You get the robe, you gotta get the slippers. You got to coordinate. And that's where they get you. Izzy, when you get the new Versace robe, sing. Look, there's a lion. Oh my God. Yo, you trying to get my channel taken. You trying to get me sued for $27 million like the brother that just told the joke. What's up, luxury bucket list? All good for you. Use the blueprint. Shout out to the luxury bucket list. I know a good reason you need to buy it before your ops do. Brandon said exactly why Anton is successful. He chases money, not brands. What's up? Well, Anton has a lot. Anton has Versace glasses, like I have Versace glasses on right now too. Anton has brands on all the time. Make no mistake about it. Man, F that robe. No, Black. No, F my robe. Black. Walk around with the Pooh Shiesty. No, I'm not going to do that, Black TV. Bad advice, Black TV. Do you know how many brothers get messed up in life because they got a Pooh Shiesty on? I can't be one of them. Exactly. They must match. You got to match. You got to coordinate. All right, let's get back to this. Y'all support the show. We only got 15 minutes. We need 9 more people, at least $5 a piece. Keep the show going past the next 14, 15 minutes. Let's get back to this. Let my man Bill and Nico say what he wants to say too. Let's go.
I'm pro-choice because I don't believe in telling a woman what to do with her body. I think I'm more of a supporter of the LGBTQ plus community than conservatives are. So those are the reasons why I would call myself an independent who leans a little bit left instead of right, to clarify.
But here's the thing, though, Stephen A. The Republican Party is not distancing itself from people that's choosing to live their life the way that they want to live it. That's not the position, and that's how it's marketed from the Democrat Party. There's plenty of gay people. There's plenty of people that live alternative lifestyles that are a part of the Republican Party. What the Republicans are basically saying and standing for is we should not be allowing for children to transition themselves or for parents to transition children before they become of age. We should
I
not
totally agree
allow
with
for.
that.
But see that. But see that's the
1,000%
thing.
I agree
It's not
with you.
that Republicans are radical. They're not radical in their stance against anything. They believe in freedom of religion and for you to be able to practice however you want to practice.
Right.
They're not trying to abolish gay marriage. None of that stuff is existing. Right. That is a marketing ploy. But Democrats are extreme in their push for it in order to
But that's
align
now,
themselves with
Anton.
certain groups. No,
That's not. That wasn't back.
That has been since Obama
back
been
in the day.
office.
All right,
That's
I
been
got
since
that part.
Obama been in office.
But I grew up in the 80s and the 90s and what have you, and I was hearing a different thing from the Reagan and the H.W. Bush administration. So you got to take that into consideration. And maybe I dropped the ball because I'm thinking about Republicans and conservatives, and I'm thinking about what the party had always been, even up until McCain was running. And I'm looking at it from that lens. That's all I'm going to. But let me get back to you.
Hold on, but let's stay on the my body, my choice part.
Sure, no problem.
Republicans are not removing women's rights to do what they want to do with their body. The only thing that they're saying is we don't want that to be the responsibility of the federal government. If that's what you want, then you can vote for it on a state level. That's all they're saying. But see, the miscommunication is that they're completely against it. I can disagree with your lifestyle, but still respect your right to do what you want to do because we're governed by the Constitution.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like my ultimate thing is we are a republic governed by the Constitution, and so we're protected based off of our rights, our amendments, our right to carry, right? All of these things. Trump is the only person that's protecting and going against birthright citizenship for illegal migrants, leveraging that when that was literally made for Black people and slaves. I don't see anything that he's doing policy-wise when he's when he's developing a lot of these things that create criteria for people to meet the expectation in order for them to get certain things, even when it comes to
Yo, Anton is absolutely dominating that interview. What say you about that, Bill and Nico? Anton is prepared, man. He absolutely running it up. Shout out to Anton. What say you though?
I was gonna say this is a layup for him. This is in his lane. Schooling. This is the conversation he wanted to have with Corey Holcomb. He wanted to say these talking points to someone like a Corey Holcomb, but Corey Holcomb, that's not really his lane at all. So I think this is typical. I agree with these things. You know these things. So it's kind of common sense and logical at the end of the day too. So it's easy.
Yeah, a lot of stuff that he said is making a lot of sense. I agree. Yo, Ski Mask Citizen, what's up? Ski Mask Citizen said, Stephen A lost your vote. He said, Stephen A lost my vote with that. Damn, Stephen A. Shout out to Stephen A. Hey, Black TV said, I said walk around like Winnie the Pooh, no pants. I know what you said. That's why I switched it up, talking about Pooh Shiesty. Because, come on, fam, what type of stuff is that? Come on, bro. Yo, I'm a grown man, dog.
Wow.
Hey, so Versace robes on the other channel? Nope. We already discussed that. Shout out to Luxury Bucket List. I stay on Anton neck. I disagree with a lot of what he says. He stay on Black women too much for my liking. I like Anton. I watch him daily. I'm proud of his grind and success. I laugh when he's clowned. Well, listen. Two things can be true at the same time. Like, because you're successful, because you're prepared for your moment, and because you're good at what you do, that does not make you perfect, above reproach, or uncorrectable. Okay, so we got to be. That's the thing, and I pray that that's what I bring to the space: a balanced perspective in looking at things. Because you disagree doesn't mean you dislike or hate. Because you agree doesn't mean that you like or love. It means that you're a person that has a balanced perspective on thoughts and ideas. You're a thinking person, and therefore you are, right? Shout out to Brandon. Brandon Ray said, well, when you speak truth, you have nothing to worry about in an interview. Okay. Bridget said, is Steven getting upset with Anton too? Nah, he's just trying to elocute his point. He's just trying to elocute his point. What's up, Fair Soul? He wants to elocute his point and wants to make sure that it doesn't get misconstrued. I don't think he's mad at him. Shout out to Luxury Buckler that said exactly. Let's get back to this. Y'all make sure y'all support the show, man. Y'all don't want to keep this show going? Okay.
Government services and help and food stamps and Section 8 and all of that stuff. They're not getting rid of it. They want to remove the people that are taking advantage of it from fraud perspective.
Let me throw this by you. Let me throw this scenario about you. Do you have siblings?
I do. 3 brothers, no sisters.
All right, so you don't have any sisters. Okay. So
No
it's a
sisters.
difficult question to ask you, but I'm gonna try anyway. Because I have 4
You're a
older
daughter.
sisters. I have 4 older sisters, right?
Okay.
So you feel the way that you feel. But your sisters come up to you and say, you ain't a woman. I am. And we need this. And what he or they are proposing is against us. Now, that's not a community backlash. That's not worrying about what the public thinks. But I'll be damned if I didn't hear my sisters come in my face and remind me of the fact that you were raised by 5 women, and we don't appreciate what he and them, meaning the GOP, are attempting to do when it comes to our rights as women. I'm asking you, what are you supposed to say, think, and feel in that particular scenario?
I want them to tell me what rights is being removed from them. Because I know that women often at times react emotionally, and they're letting their emotions dictate their actions, right? It's okay for you to be emotional. Everybody has emotions, but I'm not going to let that determine what I actually do, right? And so the thing that I want to understand is the facts. So I would have a conversation with them, and I would ask them, what right is it that's being removed from you? Because I don't see it. I don't see any policy. I don't see any legislation. I don't see anything that's being removed from you from a Republican perspective.
Anton, boy. All right, listen. Well, you do your thing, brother. I cannot take a thing. Hey, yeah, I can't take a thing. He's prepared. Like Luxury Bucklers, I have to admit, preparation is preparation. And when you're a person that believes in preparation, you recognize preparation. Listen, and we didn't get into the greatness conversation, y'all. I don't know what's happening with the support, but y'all know me. I got stuff to do. So what's your last words, Bill and Nico? I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you for having me on. It wasn't that much spicy of a topic today. It was a little more laid back, but it's all good, productive as usual. And salute to you, and salute for the wrench. And I'll check you out next time.
And no doubt. And listen, it probably get a little when we do part 2, maybe a little later on today, or maybe even tomorrow. It probably because I never got to get into the greatness portion of it, so it might get a little more spicy then. Maybe I need to go more into the greatness portion of it to get people, salivating. But yo, listen, y'all can still keep the show going. If not, make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend about us. I might do a part 2 after I go get my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all, I can't pass up get my stuff when y'all are not supporting. But I really appreciate everybody that did support. Thank you, Bill and Nico, for coming through. Make sure y'all subscribe to Bill and Nico. Thank you very much to Right Path Peace. Thank you very much to Right Path Good that came through, supported early and often. Thank you to Omni Electra. Appreciate it. Thank you to Mo Love. Appreciate you, sis. Thank you to Lawrence R. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you to the Ghetto Stoic. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you to DJ Wish Doctor. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you to Lord ADS. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate everybody who supported the show, who came through, chopped it up. Joey 85, the Lord ADS, Bill and Nico. Oh, shout out to my peoples. Thank you so much for keeping the show on. All right, thank you so much to my peoples. Jay Lewis, she got 5 on it. Maybe we have to do a part 2 though. Maybe we have to do a part 2. Peace Izzy, Say Like Podcast is live. Hey, y'all go ahead and check out Say Like Podcast. Say Like Podcast is live. Tell them I sent you over there. Thank you, William Wednesday. Great show. Him waving the bag, bro. All right. What's going on, family? How you doing, man?
First time listener, first time caller, man. I appreciated the dialogue today.
Oh, absolutely. Him. Okay. Are you Brandon in the chat?
No, I'm not in the chat. I was actually searching for somebody else that was live. Nobody was around. I caught I actually knew Anton from Fight Club. You remember that old space?
Yeah. I'm from Fight Club. Mm-hmm.
I used to do some Fight Club sports with the boxing, so that's how they kind of brought me to Anton. And small world, actually, I worked adjacent to Stephen A.'s sister with the New York City public school system.
Oh,
cool, cool. I just wanted to throw out a point. I think I'm old enough, and I think some people might not understand this, that Black voices have had a voice on YouTube for 15, and Stephen A. lived in a predominantly colorless world for 20 years before social media was born. And he did it with a relative amount of class and dignity and with what I would say never selling out. So when I see some of the Johnny come latelys and the young bloods really kind of, taking him to task, everybody before him was basically doing mammy. And Stephen A was a proud black man at a time where there are not a ton of proud black men, especially in, they might have done color commentary. You see him on the sidelines on Sunday, but none of them had an anchor position before Stephen A. And although he's unk at this point, he's grand unk and he's getting a little cringe. I do think it's I think it's dishonest to not kind of give him an irreverent. He paved the road for a lot of people to have a voice. He paved the road for, it was that exodus from Dan Patrick, Stephen A. Smith, Kenny Mayne, that ESPN had the four voices that were allowed to be heard. And you look at a lot of those people, man, a lot of people have come and a lot of people have gone, and Stephen A. Smith remains from 3 or 4 iterations of having a voice. So, I mean, that's an opinion coming from a white guy, so fuck me, I guess. But
well, yeah, we don't say the F-bombs, but hey, man, listen, that's a great take. I know you're new here. That we usually don't say F-bombs. That's a great take, Elham. I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen, I'm gonna do a part 2. I'm about to go right now, I'm gonna do a part 2. I would love for you to subscribe and hit the notifications for the part 2. I would love for you to come and let's
I'm gonna walk you out right now for the outro. Don't just subscribe, because if you subscribe, you're gonna miss future content. Make sure to go to that bell, click all notifications. What's the name of the channel?
Real Spill with Mills.
For Real Spill with Mills. Fight Club has come and gone. Stephen A. Smith is on the way out, but Real Spill with Come and Gills. Hit like, smash, subscribe. Don't forget to get all future content. We'll talk to you soon. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
All right, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate Elham. That was dope, man. Elham come through with the come through. Shout out to him. You're more than welcome to come back. I hope that you come back for part 2. Part 2 is going to be a little bit more spicy, I promise you, because I didn't get into the greatness and the point that Elham just made about how Stephen A. and Anton, to a large degree, have paved the way in a lot of different ways. But thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all like, y'all share, y'all subscribe, y'all tell a friend about us, and support the god doggone show. We out of here, man. We out of here. I appreciate y'all. Let's get to this one. This one I want to play.
They say I have no talent, but they stay watching, counting every move. Yeah, they be clocking, speculating while I'm stacking my dough. It don't make sense, I'm tryna put on a show. They try to play me like my funds are low, but I'm easy Baines, never just a name. J Prince for president, now I'm in a different game. With every step I take, I'm painting my lane. When will they realize hard work beats talent every time? No dollars make sense, so I stays on the grind. Hard work beats talent, when talent don't work hard, I stays on their mind. Told them stay in their lane, yeah. 'Cause no matter what, you can't block my shine. Yeah. Born to win, we may win and look easy. Stay on my grind, they try and do me greasy. Round here we put in work, don't nothing come easily. Low down dirty shame, wait, don't get to tease me. Watching from the sidelines, wishing they could ride, but my hustle got a heartbeat, can't let it slide. Every single dollar, I earned it, nothing borrowed. In this life, my passion lies through the pain and sorrow. When will they realize hard work beats talent every time? No dollar makes sense, so I stays on the grind. Hard work beats talent, when talent don't work hard, I stays on their mind. Told them stay in their lane, yeah. 'Cause no matter what, you can't block my shine. They sit and speculate, try to throw some shade, but I'm more like a king, this hustle's well displayed. With every setback, my fire grows deep. Watch how I play, I'm relentless, not weak. Got this ambition in my heart, can't dim my light. It's a grind day and night, till my future feel right. I'm building my empire, brick by brick. Even when they doubt, I'm the one they can't stick, yeah. The streets they talking, but I stay on my toes. Watch the stream unfold, watch how the story goes. Oh, I ain't just a rapper, I'm a brand, can't you see? They my but they love the real. When will they realize? Hard work beat talent every time. The problem makes sense, so I stays on the grind. Hard work beat talent. When talent don't work hard, I stays on their mind. Told them stay in their lane. No matter what, you can't block my shine. Hard work beat talent. Hard work beat